A disciple of our lead in the person of Nwachineke. Once again, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, great Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, even the enemies of Biafrans. You highly welcome. As you know, one thing is for us to press on for the disintegration of this British demonic abominable contraption called Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and for the restoration of the kingdom of God here on earth, which is Biafra, longitude 0, latitude 0, that is our nation. We must press on to make sure that we achieve it in our own time. It's not a project we are going to hand over to any other generation. It has fallen upon us as a mandate to make sure that we restore it, and we must work hard. We must work hard. We must press on. Brother, you must press on. Sister, you must press on. It is by pressing on that we will press in. It is by pressing on that will demolish the zoo. It is by pressing on that will disintegrate the zoological republic. And Biafra will emerge out of the ashes of the zoo, and we will become that light that will shine more and more unto the perfect day, as is stated in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 18. We will be that sun that will shine it more and more unto the perfect day into the continent of Africa. You must understand that. That is why the sun is at the black stripe of our flag. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has explained all these things for a very long time. The meaning of that sun you see at the middle of the black stripe of our flag tells you from time to time that the sun that will shine into this dark continent will come from Biafra. There will be a sun that will rise and begin to shine into it, and we are that sun. We are that sun. This is the time we must look into what is shielding this sun. Number one is that your name is darkness. You are answering Nigeria. Your name is darkness. So the name you give to yourself already controls you. It has way to shape your destiny. The name you answer has somehow to shape your destiny. That is why there will never be a steady light electricity in the zoological republic, because they answer Nigeria, nigger, black, darkness, evil. Good will never ever come. Only that name alone. But we are going to break it into pieces. It's going to be like a volcanic eruption. A kind of volcanic eruption. Boom! And the Biafra will emerge, and the light will shine into the life of the people who don't even want it to shine at the initial time. Both the Ariwas and other African countries that don't want to believe in what we are doing. They have their independence there, but what is happening? Nothing. Because what is going to give them life is somewhere in darkness. But if they will push from their own angle that Biafra will emerge, they will see the light shining, glittering. And Bible made it very clear in John chapter 1 verse 5. He said, when the light shineth, darkness comprehends it not. Very, very important. And you and I must look on to that light. Because in Psalm 34, verse 5, he said, when the light shineth, darkness comprehends it not. Very, very important. And you and I must look on to that light. Because in Psalm 34, verse 5, we are lightened. They were lightened, and they were not ashamed. They were lightened. For this light to come, you must believe what we are doing. You must believe us. I'm talking about other part of the world, other countries that are in shambles. Other countries that are in shambles. They need to look it to us. Join us, be part of what we are doing, so that we will bring out that thing they are looking for. If not, look at Africa. As rich as that continent is, but nothing is working. Nothing is working in the entire continent of Africa. Nothing. They only come there to harvest, take the best of us and go. They take the best of us and go. How come a manufactured product is more expensive than a natural product? How come? How come? They in the Western world, they don't have natural things. They depend on artificial manufactured things, and they push your world into artificial world. and you are following, living your natural resources, living your nature. Now, it has turned against you. 1 barrel of crude oil is how much? Then 1 barrel of refined crude oil is how much? You see how they turn it? Because you refuse the light to shine. If not, what is there in bringing it out and turning it into refined crude? Into refined crude. What is there? Nothing. But they made it to make you want to be very cheap as nothing. But the one they apply their brain into is the one that is more expensive and more essential than even yours. And they will put all manner of market union. Even your gold now, maybe you were able to get gold from your father's land or diamond. They have a union, some certain precious stone. You have to sell it through their own channel. You see, they don't have it. They don't have the natural resources. But they are in England, in France, they are in China, they are in US, regulating what is natural to you. Because the light have not shined until this light of Biafra pops up and begin to shine more and more unto the perfect day. Until it begin to shine, nothing. Africa will remain in darkness. How many ages now? See where the African is. So if you will understand what we are preaching, you will let go. You will be among the people that will open the door and let these people go, so that that light will shine for you. Very simple, very easy. Or you will remain it like that until whatever the earth will end or revolt or whatever, and that's it. The planet Earth that we are designed for you to enjoy it more than any other person, you are suffering more than any other person. Are we talking of leadership and all those things? Everywhere, they make sure you are in that position. But wisdom, knowledge, understanding is what will help you. Just as it has enveloped us a bit with the Biafrans, with the Ipob, through the inspiration of the Spirit of God upon our leader Mazi Nwachineke, we were able to be brightened, to understand there are things that the world loves so much that we Ipob, we don't like it, we don't need it. Based on the understanding, you are dying upon those things. You want this, but we don't care. We need just that, our freedom alone. That's all. You could got this, got that, but we need that thing. We just want to experience it. Because we are enlightened. Because we are enlightened. And if you allow this enlightenment to penetrate you, to clean off all the whole garbage certificate you have, professor, doctor, whatever, you got no water, no road, nothing, no electricity. In fact, you are nobody in the society. When they are discussing about the economy of the world, they discuss that of Asia, that of Europe, that of America. Nobody talks about yours. Even in religion. Sometime I was in a program organized by the Chinese people, invited the Western speaker. And they were talking about their prophecy of the world and whatever. And I was looking at the Chinese people talking about the prophecy, the end time, the Bible that I know very well. They spoke about their own revival and that of the American. They didn't mention Africa at all. They didn't mention us at all. You see how because we did not mention ourselves. The same thing in economy. Everything. Have you heard about African economy summit before? Or what you have is African Russia, African Japan, a whole continent versus one tiny country. Because that light have not risen. Until this light risen, until it rises and begin to shine, that is the time you know your left and right. By that time you know that you are the first. The table, the movement will turn again. The whole people you are following, you are the bottom now. The bottom will become the first. You become number one, and they'll be following you behind. But now you turn to the other side, which is negatively, and they are number one, and you are following them. That is why you are backwards. But if this light comes, we will be the one that will turn the table. Then we'll become number one. We are made to. And they don't want it. And they have seen that this is the way it will come. Because that is the area it will come from, they don't want it. We shout, we talk, we tweet, we call, we protest, still as if they are silent. As if they are silent. They knows all these things. But when the Fulanese or whatever do one or two things, you see them, they will respond towards them. Because they know that those ones are the ones that are helping them to move us backward. You need to have this understanding. Know your race, support it, and let that light shine back. It can never come from any other place if not from Biafra. You must know that. That is how nature has made it. We are not the one who made it, not you. That is how nature, even if you like it or you don't like it, that is how it is. Until Biafra rises, Africa remains in shambles. Until that is how God has made it. It can never change. So the earlier the better. The moment I realize that there is somebody under me who has the grace more than me to do what I'm doing, what I'm struggling to do. Simple wisdom, knowledge inside me will tell me, take this guy that is below, bring him up, push him forward, let him do that thing. You see that all my struggling will be silent. I am telling you how things works. You don't need to, you know that these people will do this for you. And you don't want them, you press them down and you are struggling day and night. You are not even enjoying your struggle. You are not even enjoying your hustling, your bustling, your resources, because you don't want that. There is a child under your needs that you are suppressing, who carried that mantle to take you to that place. If David did not come out, if they did not at a certain time, Saul say, allow David to go, let him go. If Saul did not, Goliath will continue to torment Israel. Goliath will continue to torment and kill Israel. But at a certain time, they allow that child with grace to move. And on a twinkle of an eye, it was a miracle. That is how Biafra is, my dear brothers and sisters. You must know this and you must believe it. You must know this and you must believe it. That is the only way Africa will be free. That is the only, forget about your shenanigan, your degree, your grammar, whatever, the natural result. You are not even the owner. You don't enjoy it. People in England, you dig out gold in Africa, in Ghana, wherever, they stock it in Queen Elizabeth Park. You can't see one pieces of gold in England from the soil. But the place they stock it is in his house, in her house. And she's very rich, enjoying life. Even living how many centuries, how many decades, and their children are enjoying, because you don't want the light that will tell you the truth to shine until you allow this force to spring out, to turn the table, to change the game, to turn the movement towards the normal original way, where you become number one and they will become the last, until you allow he that has the grace to do it. You and I will continue in this perpetual slavery and suffering. Cure ED, whether you believe it, that is the nature. You can't change it. Very, very important. And on that note, I would like you to bow down your head and let us commit our proceeding into the hands of Jehovah Elohim, the Most High God. Dear righteous King of glory, we thank you, we bless you. We glorify your name, we give you praise. Be thou exalted, Asian of Asian. Jehovah Ninsi, Lord God Jehovah, you alone is God. We worship you day and night, we adore thee. In the physical and in the open, in the secret, wherever we glorify your name, because you are our God. You are our God. You are the mighty one. You are the El Shaddai, Adonai, Elohim, Shekinah glory, the beginning and the end. We bless your holy name. We bless your holy name. We give you praise. Be thou exalted, Jehovah Jireh. Be thou exalted, Jehovah Ninsi. Be thou exalted, I am that I am. We bless your holy name. We thank you, O Lord, for everything you are doing in our life. We give you praise. Blessed be your holy name, Abba Father. Blessed be your holy name, Jehovah Ninsi. Blessed be your holy name, Jehovah Jireh. You are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of Moses, the God of Joshua, the God of David. You are the God of Elijah and Elisha. You are the God of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are the God of the Biafrans. You are the God of our ancestors. We bless your holy name. We adore thee at this moment. We say, hallowed be thy name, Father. Lord, we have come in your presence. In your presence there is fullness of joy. In your presence, anointing breaks every yoke. In your presence there is miracle. In your presence there is open door. In your presence there is greatness, O Lord. Lord, I pray at this moment, O Lord, that those who will connect, who will be in this your presence, in this atmosphere at this moment, O Lord, ancient of the day, Abba Father, that indeed there will be a partaker to the glory of your name. That whatever they believe you shall come to pass, O Lord. As we lift our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, continue to pray, Abba Father, that those who are holding him, O Lord, they will be frustrated. Any hand that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, any hand that don't want him to go free, Father, Lord God Jehovah, you did it in Egypt. You will do it again because Israel is your firstborn. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one of the descendants of Israel, and he is the firstborn of Biafra. Therefore, according to your word, Lord, let the firstborn of any hand, be it Igbo, Yoruba, or Fulani, holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let their firstborn begin to fall. Let them die, let them disappear, let them be killed, let the sword of their father destroy them, let the plagues of Egyptian fall upon them. Father, upon the pharaohs that are holding our leader, Lord, I pray, Abba Father, standing upon your word, Jehovah Ninsi, inspired by your spirit to pray, that indeed that which happens to Pharaoh will happen to them. That they will be eliminated, they will be destroyed by your fist. By your fist, Lord, they will go down. Sickness of any kind, their occultic power will never save them in this time, because the powers of Egypt couldn't save Pharaoh. The idols of Egypt did not save Pharaoh. Their occultic, their manipulation, their enchantment, their evil rituals this time, Lord, can never save them. Rather, it will work against them, because the mandate had been drawn. Ancient of ancient, we give you praise, O Lord. Our leader will bounce. Our leader will be free. Our leader will be secure. Let that angel with a flaming sword stand in guard over his life, Abba Father. Lord, we bless your holy name. Daddy, we adore thee. Lord, I lift your name higher at all time, O Lord, as I present the ESN. Lord, we continue to pray, Abba Father, that every plans of the enemy to infiltrate the Eastern Security Network, the chariot you have set aside to fight this battle at this time, Lord God Jehovah, may those plans, O Lord, may those plans come to an end. May the wicked seed the enemy is planting in their midst die. Father, may any monitoring eyes over them, Father, go blind. Jehovah Jireh, Abba Father, fix them, O Lord, in a better position for them to be able to do more than their expectations, O Lord. Father, use them immensely, mostly at this time, that indeed, O Lord God Jehovah, we will acquire, we will pursue, we will overtake, we will destroy, we will dismantle anything that is looking for us, anything that is against us, anything that want to take Biafra land away from us. Father, ESN will conquer and crush them completely to the glory of your name. Ancient of the day, Abba Father, will bless your holy name. We for us anything that is against us, anything that want to take Biafra land away from us. Father, ESN will conquer and crush them completely to the glory of your name. Ancient of the day, Abba Father, will bless your holy name. We help the DOS, O Lord God, at this time. Strengthen them. Anything the enemy is saying, talking, planning, concocting against them, Jehovah Jireh, before their presence, O Lord, let it melt like wax. Let it melt like snow. Let it disappear in a thin air like smoke, because your presence is with them. Abba Father, I live the IPOB. Continue to pray for your children scattered all over the world, from North Pole to the South Pole, working assiduously for the restoration of your kingdom here on earth, Lord. As a watchman, we stand in the gap, O Lord God Jehovah. Our Father, we prophesy, we speak prophetically upon any Ipob, O Lord God Jehovah, whose heart is committed into the struggle, but facing one or two challenges. Jehovah Nancy, Abba Father, ancient of ancient, O Lord, Heavenly Father, may your angels move. May they move, O Lord. Visit him, visit her. Deliver him, deliver her, bless her, deliver her, provide. Wherever, those in prison, open the prison gate, set them free. Those being kidnapped, Father, Lord God Jehovah, confuse the kidnappers. Let them leave them. Father, those that the DSS want to kill, want to take their organs. Abba, Father Jehovah, those they want to harvest their organs. Heavenly Father, may that plan be aborted by your angels. Immortal Redeemer, ancient of ancient. Free your people, O Lord. Free your people wherever they are. Bless them. Open door. Heal them, O Lord God Jehovah. My Father, my Maker, as the sun rises, O Lord, let it bring light. Let it shine it into the life of an Ipob, to the glory of your name. Blessed Redeemer, I also commit Biafrans who are confused. Wherever they are, Lord God Jehovah, change their mind. Change their mind for them to know that indeed they are the light, and they will join their own family in this battle than fighting one another, to the glory of your name. Ancient of ancient, O Lord, I stand upon the holy altar to speak prophetically into the land of Biafra, Lord, that the land will revolt itself. Our land is sacred. Our land is sacred, O Lord. Father, we activate that sacredness. Let it be activated so that it will swallow every evil. Men and women, born and unborn, foreigners living in our land, politicians, their families, anyone that are evil in that land, O Lord, Jehovah Jireh, may the land swallow them. May the earth swallow them. May the land of Biafra afflict them, to the glory of your name. Thank you, blessed Lord. Thank you, Abba Father. Be thou exalted, Jehovah Jireh. Be thou exalted, Jehovah Ninsi. Take glory, Almighty God. Take glory, Abba Father. That it is we pray and believe that thou hast answered us, Lord, as we make this prayer in the beautiful name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Great Biafrans, we have come to continue to press on for the disintegration of this demonic, abominable contraption called Zoological Republic. Nigeria is a very useless country. Nigeria is a very useless country, a country without shame and honor. Before I continue, I want to say something about this young man, Showore. There is a publication he made against Shoniko. That is how you know somebody who stands on the truth. Shoniko is dead, but you see he has this. Everybody is writing good about him, writing good. He did this. That is weird. That is how you know useless set of people. I don't know much about the man. I don't care, but I'm not from their region. But this guy is from the region. He knows the truth. And he came out, he made a publication about that the man did this and he did that in democracy. In other words, he doesn't require those things that people are writing on their Facebook praising and all those things. This is the area you will see that Nigeria will never go forward, because all they focus on is evil. Look at now, the whole people that are popping out presently now, the whole guys that are popping out presently now for declaring their intention, all are criminals complete for 2023. All are criminals. And brother, you are there watching all these things and believing that Zoo will be good. A criminal as corrupt, as evil as the late Buhari's administration is presently, and another administration will pop out from this that is already corrupt before, former corrupt human being forming his own administration out of this demonic administration. and you are believing that it will be good. How? How? You are believing that it will be good. How? Jagaban is out now. Jagaban is out. Immediately Jagaban suffers. Some Igbo useless people are popping out. What's his name? Devil Mine now pop out. Devil Mine pop out, declaring his intention. After that, a criminal, a condemned criminal, Ojuzo Carlo, if it is in China, somebody like Ojuzo Carlo in politics, he had been decayed long ago because one bullet they will waste him. Politically, I'm talking, or not social something. Ojuzo Carlo is a condemned corrupt officer, very evil. He has also declared his intention. And many other criminals. Just assess all these people that are popping out. Any of them, let's say for example, if the zoo is alive till 2023 and any of these criminals take over the Zoological Republic, what are you going to see? Before the end of their tenure, inflation will continue to increase. Inflation will continue because maybe by the end of that, whoever idiot that will be there, if the zoo, I'm saying assuming if the zoo, because we know that the zoo cannot exceed 2020, it's impossible. But let's say for example, maybe you $1,000 maybe, if $1,000 to 1 million naira, you know that that administration is right, is good. In fact, there wasn't much corruption because the inflation will continue and you continue to be eating yourself, fighting yourself. You don't know. The unemployment will continue to increase. Presently now, is in 33%. Maybe before this corruption continue, because they are corrupt, they will continue. Maybe it will reach to 50%. Because nothing is working and nothing is going to work from the evil hand. So these are the things you will gather together. You see that there is no future in what you are in. There is no road in this thing called Zoological Republic. How many years is it going to take Nigeria to give you electricity? Do you know how much Olusegun Obasanjo spent for 8 years for power? $16 billion. $16 billion for 8 years to make sure that there is power supply. Power supply. $16 billion. Where is that money? Atiku Abubakar took his own. Ibrahim Badamasin Babangida took his own. The late Buhari before then took his own. All the whole criminals in the north, Abdulsalam Abubakar took his own. That is how they share the money. That is how they, just like the $1 billion arm deal that Buratai programmed, brought it out, share it within the House of Assembly and the representative, and took his own before. That is how they share the money. Brother, you see all these things and you are still in this awakening time. Come on. It doesn't matter whether you are a Biafran listening to me. It doesn't matter whether you are not a Biafran. All you need is which way. Not PVC, not Jagaban, not Devil Mine, not Ojozokal, not any useless Igbo political criminal. Nobody can fix it. Not a Fulani man. The thing is that what is the wish of the masses? The wish of the masses, they won't like it. Like to restructure, to change the constitution, to conduct a revolution, to disintegrate the zoo. These are the wishes of the masses. And that is where the truth lies. But these criminals holding the power don't want it. And you need to understand all these things we are telling you. Then, where is the power of the masses? That is the question. The power of the masses is active when the brain is working. When the mind is working. But if the mind is shallow, it can't work. One person, two people can regulate everybody. And that is exactly what is happening in the Zoological Republic. The masses are suffering. What the echelon created is what is destroying the masses. The masses' mind has been shambled, shattered, polluted, destroyed. They cannot come together or even agree with that truth. Fight just for a little, shake the table. These criminals will go down. Now you are preparing yourself for 2023. You see them, they are popping out. Before you know it, now we're in 2023. This is 2022, January. By the middle of 2022, you see the campaign will be booming and all those things. You see one criminal will pop up. You yourself listening to me now will be hailing him, discussing him. A criminal, a criminal, a criminal. Tell me a politician now that is not a criminal. Tell me, mention his name. All of them from A to Z. All of them. You see what Okezi Bazu was just saying? That he is the one who decided to build. Did they give him money? If you listen to their mentality, you know that these people, what you are thinking is not what they are thinking. What you think that your constitution said is not, he believed that as the governor he can do whatever he wishes. As you hear him saying that, that is what is in the mind of every political criminals in the Zoological Republic. Forget about that they are slaves. They are second class in the upper class. They are second class there. This is the reason why you must listen to us and fight this battle with us. Let's revolt. Let's revolt. The zoo must go down. The zoo must go down. The zoo must go down. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. Inflation rate now is 15%. Unemployment rate now is 33%. About 2,000 something US dollar is about 1 million naira. You hear 1 million as if it's just a loaf of bread. When you contrast it, it got nothing. 1 million naira, it just about $2,000 will give you about 1 million naira. It's nothing. It's nothing. When is this thing going to stop? Nobody's coming to do it for you. And no prayer is going to solve this thing. The only prayer that will help you to stop this is prayer to give me the ability to do the physical things, which is revolting this thing, either in a democratic way or in any other way. Democratic way is you move for the disintegration of the Zoological Republic by the masses. Protest. Unite together and protest. If it turns to violence, let it be. Or you insist on restructuring in your own region. Insist on a referendum from your own region. Those of you in Middle Belt that they are killing day and night. This is the only way. We continue to tell you. We will continue. Standing there and believing one idiot will come. It will never happen. Moreover, they have used the grandmaster occultic power to hold every political leader. I'm telling you, the worst one is those of in Africa. The level they put them, they won't survive it by themselves, except a force, and that force are you and I, to break that chamber, to break them out. What they are there, they will give them whatever they want, they will enjoy, but you will suffer. You will suffer. You know, in all these network businesses, this Bitcoin, whatever, the man on the floor gains nothing. It is those on top. That is what I want you to understand. That is the system they are using. Those on top are the one who make those money. You hear they are telling you this, that, you buy this, you put this. But those on the floor gains nothing. When something will crash, it is those ones who own will crash completely. That is how the system is. They have taken all these political leaders, put them on a certain level. They are echelons, they enjoy. Then as the pain comes, it comes down to the root. To the root. That is why you see somebody in Zamfara now who has the strength, energy, cannot go to farm and farm. Somebody who government is not supporting, left no electricity, no good road. He decided to connect with nature to help him. Now he take his cutlass and hoe and shovel to go and till the soil and eat, get something and eat. Still he cannot, because those in the upper class has cutted something and is streaming down to the floor. And those in the floor are the one, is triangle, if you don't know. Until we unite together and revolt it, you will continue. Those of the Western world, the white people, before this evil, before this occultic power took over, they have put some certain standards, and they are, because they have good road, electricity, all those things is there. So no matter how it's coming, it may not be as painful as it is to you in African country. We are telling you the gospel truth. Listen to what Radio Biafra is telling you. Listen, follow what we are telling you. If not, just forget about it. Just forget about it. It's not good. Nothing. There is no any suggestion. There is no any analysis anybody will tell you that is going to work. If not this thing we are telling you now. You must have that in mind. Very, very important. And we thank God for giving us the wisdom, the knowledge, the ability to continue to do. And we must. We are not going to relent. Let's see the news we have for the day. Let's see the news we have for the day. Today is the 12th day of January 2022, and we have this one. Breaking news: Ebonyi Governor Omai informed Buhari on his ambition for 2023 presidency. Barely 24 hours after the national leader of All Progressive Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, informed the President Muhammadu Buhari of his intention to contest for 2023 presidential election. The governor of Ebonyi State, Dev Omai, on Tuesday also told the president his intention to run for presidency. Governor Omai disclosed this to State House correspondent after meeting behind closed doors with the president. Have you seen why Dev Omai had been killing our people? Brothers and sisters, have you seen the reason why Dev Omai decided to wipe out a particular community as a sacrificial object, as a sacrificial lamb? Just because he wants to be president, or it has surfaced finally. You see why Dev Omai become Nazi, become Hitler in our land? Just because he wants to be there. He has officially, and he couldn't. He has no ball. All of them in Igbo land, Bano, has no ball to declare their intention until when Jagaban, to tell you there is God's father in everything been happen. They could not do anything until when Jagaban does. Immediately Jagaban does, they begin to pop out. Respect. Igbo politics in Nigeria is nonsense. We continue to tell you, all of them are slaves. None of them could show. All we were hearing before is they are begging to shift it to them, begging. Now, the individual who could do it couldn't show until Jagaban. You see how the Yoruba press are writing it. Barely 24 hours after Jagaban, they begin to pop out. That of all Jews, read the news also. They will put it in that way. Barely 24 hours. This thing is, if you have wisdom, you will understand what the writers are trying to tell you. They won't write everything, but it is wisdom, insight will give you that these people are slaves. They can't pop out. They are not on their own. So the reason why the governor of Ebonyi State have been eliminating people, become King Kong, killing people, even foreign workers that he killed, kidnapping, forming a bubago, and all manner is just for him to be president. It has surfaced. The reason why he tried to bring tribalism into Igbo group, into Igbo tribe, telling that the Igbos are marginalizing the other Igbos, that he want to take Ebonyi State to Benue State. You remember when he mentioned that statement, to Benue State, whereby we are trying to recover with the help of the teachings of Mazi Nwachineke. We are trying to recover the ones that the Zoological Republic has carved out. Nwachineke, Ekepro, from Agboro. We are trying to recall them back. Dev Omai is trying to take them out. Just because of this thing now, he has declared his intention. You see how evil your Igbo political echelons are? You see the reason why they need to be illuminated. You see the reason why, even if you have taken an oath to serve them, you need to break that oath by poisoning him. if you are very close to them, they are children, they are evil. The essence of all the whole killings you see that took place 1 year, 2 years ago in a boring state, our own brothers, mother, sister, uncle, child, born and unborn, somewhere in their womb. You remember all those killings, my dear brothers? Because one thing with us is because we always forget easily. Remember those people within the Ebony region that we are massacred, killed. Remember those villages that we are wiped off completely. Is because this idiot, this demon called Devil Mine want to be president. Which he will never, of which you know he will never. But he just want to pay the sacrifice to see whether he will be chosen. That is why you need to eliminate him. Because you need to. Even if you are a mopole, you are a military, and you are with us, and you are very close to this man. Forget about the oath or whatever. Baya, Omen in Israel. Somebody wherever born Israel. But Devil that man 10%. Because when I got against their constitution, these are the things Devil Man has declared. The essence of all those things you see he's doing is because of this. He has popped out finally. Let's continue. Another news says 10 persons died, others trapped as newly completed church building collapsed in Delta State. This issue of house collapsing in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, I believe time has come when we look into this. This is foolishness in 21st century. Just 1-story building, 2-story building. Some time ago, 6-story building in River State collapsed. We always see 5-story, 3-story, 2-story, even one decking will collapse. I was watching one sometime in Enugu, 1-story building collapse. If you are living in diaspora, those that maybe you are in the zoo, but your brother is in diaspora, call him. Some of us are living in 40-story building, 15-story, that have been built for the past 30 years, 20 years, and they are still constructing. Within the region that you always hear earthquake, sometimes earthquake will even come, just shake the building, and the building will still stand. But look at, in the zoo, the other day, is it not 15-story in Lagos? And people died there. The foolishness of black people. Because the simple thing, forget about any other thing, they will talk about it, that it happened, this, spiritual things and whatever. The reason is inferior material. Inferior material. That is, forget about any other thing. The reason is inferior material. And inexperience as well. I wonder what our engineer, I call it, listen, every year we produce, let's digress over this news now. Every year we produce thousands of engineers from our so-called university. But the whole construction going on in the Zoological Republic are being done by Chinese people presently now. That thing you brought that, if you are listening, because most of you, when we engage you, you will use grammar, speak people out of the realm, speak people out of the debate. Your grammar, go and meet that Chinese man now that is constructing that flyover. Meet the Chinese man that is constructing your road in your village. You are a graduate or an engineer, a civil engineer, a mechanical, electrical. All the whole thing you study is white man that is doing it in your country. Go and check that white man constructing that road now. Those things, those calculations, those handouts you read in school, before you cram it in your brain, before you enter exam hall and download it on the paper and pass to the stupid lecturer and he mark you and score you. Go and check whether that man knows that thing. These are the things we need to, these are the understanding we need to have presently in our academics, in our education. Because we are still on theory. We are still on, that man, he might not even go to school to study all those things. He's inborn. The one he come with, that is natural. He now a little enlightenment, a little education, they got it. And they are the one constructing. Listen, the companies you see in the zoo, the Chinese company you see in the zoo, constructing things. They are not qualified to construct the highways, the major places inside China, in Beijing, in Guangzhou, and some other places in China. These ones are not, they are not as strong as the one there. Government cannot award contract of such millions or billions of dollars to this kind of contractors in the zoo. What am I trying to say? That our stupidity is increasing day by day. Our foolishness is increasing. If we cannot stand the house, you are an engineer, for example. You know that this house will collapse. Why will you build it? Let me start from there, being honest. You know that this house will collapse with the fake material, or why will you put hand in it? Just because of the little money they will give to you. Look at the house has collapsed now in Delta State, a church, and people are dead. I'm not talking about the government, town planning and all those things, because government is corrupt itself completely. Even where their structure should not be, if you go to the town planning and pay them money, they will give you approval to build something there. Despite they know that that place you are not supposed to build something. Then after 5-10 years, when a government will come and decide to do something in that place that have been already been mapped for such project for a very long time, then the government will come and scrap it. Then you see people screaming that they have destroyed their houses. But they got the approval from the government. So government is corrupt. I am talking on individual basis. Why can't our graduates, our engineers, construct a strong houses? Why will it be collapsing day by day? Why will such a thing happening? When are we going to start building our own skyscrapers? Go to Singapore. In fact, go to a country like Malaysia. Those people are using condominium. The structure of condominium in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, some of this developing nation, in Brunei, some of the condominium you will see within those areas are the ultra-modest one. It's not even in the United States. Because when America built their own, they built in 80s, 90s. These people are constructing the latest. And they're standing day by day. 40-story building, 30-story building, 15, 17, 18. People are living in it. And it's not no shaking. But in the Zoological Republic, every time, just one-story building will collapse and people will die. And there is an engineer who is taking care of this. They will come and tell us all manner of rubbish story. Why will our own be collapsing? Why can't we look into it? What is the cause of all these things? But if a white people come and build that house, it will not collapse. Listen, if a white people, they pay them very well, they come like you pay the Chinese company very well, and they build that house, it will stand. But then when our own engineer are building it, are we helping ourselves? Are we helping ourselves? That is the question. Are we helping ourselves? Let me read the news. No fewer than 10 persons has been confirmed dead as a building housing Salvation Ministry Okpanam Ushimili, North Local Government Area of Delta State collapse. Don't call me and say because this is church. Because most of the time we have strength to condemn church. Condemn the structure and the builder and whatever. Even if they give them money to build, to put fake material, they shouldn't. Don't come and tell me it's juju or it's spirit or whatever. Because in the area where the highest juju are in this world, they are constructing skyscrapers and is standing. Come on. And Africa want to grow. According to a report by Vanguard, the collapsed building also trapped an unspecified number of worshippers. The building, which is being used for the first time, reportedly collapsed at about 5:55 p.m. during Tuesday evening service. That's yesterday evening. Meanwhile, 8 persons have been rescued unhurt, while 4 persons have been rushed to Asaba Specialist Hospital. At the time of filing this report, Secretary to the State Government, Patrick Uka, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Onoye Modi, a team of Red Cross officers, and the firefighters were on ground on a rescue mission. With rescue operations ongoing, worshippers, family members, and sympathizers were seen crying. This comes barely 2 months after a similar incident in Lagos, where a 21-story building located on Gerard Road, Ikoyi, collapsed with 44 confirmed dead and 15 rescued. You know that of the Lagos? They said it's supposed to be 15-story building and they decided to make it 21. If you remember some of the story as I was following their reports and all those things. Look at this one now. This is just a church building. This is just a 1-story or whatever. This is just a story. Many places, don't say it's because of church. There was one I was watching, was it 2020 or 2021? That was a live stream of somebody doing it by BBC, wherever. And this thing is in a 1-story building. Why are these things happening? Why? These are the questions we need to ask. And tomorrow, somebody will come and be blowing grammar, engineer. Every year we are producing engineer. This engineer everywhere. But we can't produce anything. Our road, we can't even construct it. We don't have electricity. Nothing. Just go there and read what the theories people put there. Those things are not working, let me tell you. Not what you read on theoretically. If you don't engage in practical, it will not work. Practical is more important. That is why they say practice make perfect. The Western world engage mostly on practice. They just be enlightened with some of these theories, and you see them engage into practical. What about all those theories of maybe in economy they tell you perfect market? You come out in the physical and tell me a market that is perfect and all those things. Can't work. This is the place they put our brain. Then coupled with stupidity and wickedness that is disturbing us. People are dead. Just 1-story building. More than 10 people are dead. Forget about the ritual, spiritual things you people will just put there. Nobody offers sacrifices more than other people. Forget about the one we are. Why is it that their own is not collapsing? So any angle you come, I will give you answer. Stupidity is disturbing us, and we need to rise up above that. That's the news there. We are going to take another news from this one. This one is saying, despite collecting 5 million naira ransom, kidnappers kill oil worker in Kogi State. An oil worker in Kogi State, they kidnapped him, they paid the ransom of 5 million naira. Still, they killed the man. Kidnappers have killed Ojoni Osayin, an official of Shell Petroleum Development Company, despite collecting 5 million naira ransom from his family. Kogi-born oil gas expert, who was said to have spent 23 years in the service of Shell, was on his way to burial ceremony of his father-in-law at the Gala Mela Odulu local government area of Kogi State when he was abducted last weekend. A family member said 5 million naira was delivered to his abductors, but his corpse was picked from the bush on Tuesday. He came home in a jalopy car and disguised himself from kidnappers, yet he ran into them at Itobe Anyeba Road. We picked his corpse this early morning from the bush. Daily Trust quoted a family source is saying, when contacted police public relation officer in the state, William Aya, said the command was yet to get the details of the incident. About this time last year, a Saudi Arabian-based oil magnate, Ogacheko Atanu, who was on holiday at Ida, was shot dead by hoodlums. Those of them in Kogi State who may not belong, we don't know that state sometimes. The people there, some of them are Yoruba, some of them are not, some are not, some are South, some Kogi people, some religion. In fact, that state, Kogi State, for me is confusing most of the time. That area is more confusing because they pack people and call them Kogi. If inside the Kogi also you see some Igbo people as well. But what I'm saying is that these men people, what is my concern in this issue? When evil is being planted, be against it. If not, you don't know how it's going to affect you. Has this man been speaking against the government? Today, it is what the government he supported and keeps silent produce has eliminated him. They have killed him. Why we pop all this news for you is wherever you are, you see the evil the government is doing, be against it. These herdsmen that are killing people now, these Fulani bandits now, this same government, the same northern criminals brought them in. They are telling you they want to use carpet bombing to Kanu jet to kill them. Brother, the video is still on viral. The video is still on viral where helicopter, this one happened, was it last week, I think? Either last week or last week. Helicopter landed somewhere and be dropping things for the herdsmen, for the bandits in the forest. Helicopter. Has helicopter become so rampant in the zoo like cars that you cannot trace the helicopter? And for a helicopter to come inside the bush and drop something for the bandits to tell you that the hands of the great men in the country are involved in what is going on. And are you telling me that the government that is as demonic intelligent, evil intelligent, let me use it in that way, like that of Nigeria, because when it comes to intelligence, to find evil, Nigeria is very good in that. They can track you, they can do whatever, they can pick you, but they will never use it positively. They will always use it negatively. Are you telling me that they are not aware of all these hands? No, they are aware. They are in the government. That is why you will see the helicopter, they will drop things, allow the enemy to be doing whatever they are doing. They will come out and say whatever. They know themselves, but they cannot fight it. You that is sitting down, listening and watching all those things, when you see it, you need to rise up. If your voice is not echoing much, not loud, you join us, put our voice together to fight this evil. That is the only way. If not, it will swallow it. That is why the man is being killed by the bandits, even though they have paid 5 million. Maybe he has been shouting FEC, 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 and all manner of rubbish. Maybe he has been supporting the useless governor, Yahaya Bello, and whatever. But look at where they have landed him into. So these are the reasons why you must speak against evil whenever you see it. Evil is evil. Evil is unnatural in a natural world. You must know that. And if you allow it, it can never be stable. It will continue to disturb you until you turn it right. That is why you can never have stability in the zoological republic. It's impossible. It is impossible. Because what you concocted there is against the nature. How the nature wants things to be done is not the way. It just check the boundaries. I was watching a documentary of somebody, how the boundaries of Africa were created. And since it was created by the white people, we allow it to be. We allow all those boundaries to be. Because our God, the white people, created it. Your brother and your sister, that God made you to stay in one enclave. Somebody from Europe came and divided you. This one is in a different country. This one is in a different country. In what you call a country, you have different languages that you cannot understand yourself. On that note, you won't allow my own language to be the lingua franca. I will not allow your own language to be the lingua franca. Then we'll say, okay, let's take our colonial master's language, just as we are using English. Because they have done their bidding by bringing us together, yoke us together. Is it Yoruba that will be the lingua franca? Is it Hausa? Is it Igbo? This is what is happening in most of the African countries. A language like Swahili, Africa would have used such language to be a modern language because most people speak that language. But where is the unity? But go to and check the people that are speaking that language now. You see them in different countries, and as they are in different countries, you see them with another language, with another local language. On that note, they can't be able to use one. Then they start using the white man, the colonial master's language. In that note, making the language of the colonial master to be more universal, and building a very stable foundation for the colonial master to flow. If a colonial master from England flies into Nigeria, no matter how bad your English is, you can still communicate with him. You can still, it's very easy for him. But you now fly from your place, let's say into China, they don't hear your English, they don't hear their own. It is you that will suffer, not them. You have to struggle, take some time to learn that language. But the colonial master has used your brain, yoke you together. You cannot use your own language as lingua franca. You have to take their own. So each time they come in, the environment will be very easy for them to flow. Very easy for them to flow. And tomorrow you say that their children are excelling in school, in some of their universities. No, let me tell you. Because those things you are learning, those chemistry, biology, physics, mathematics, is being taught by their own language. So a child who were born in that language, he don't need to struggle to know another language before. He have to study mathematics. He have to study English. He have to study biology. He have to no. It is the mother tongue. It is the mother tongue. So he flow in it. But your own child have to go and study English first. They have to ken us to know English. Then by the time you understand English, before you understand what English is speaking in physics, what English is speaking in mathematics, what English is saying in biology. Not that you will be taught biology with your own mother tongue. These are the disadvantages of colonial masters and lingua francas that we are speaking. But we will not understand some of these things. And that is why they yoke you together, make sure that the boundaries remain like that. Instead of our own people to understand and return back to the natural geographical enclave as Elohim made you to be, so that you stay there. Even the geography, even the mathematics or the biology or the chemistry, you study it with your native language. You study it, you will understand it more and more. That is why you be in your country, construct the road by yourself. But because they use English to teach you physics, you cannot fix your road. You cannot fix your road. That is what is happening to us. We have to go and call the people who give us those theory to come and fix the road for us. At this time, Nigerian indigenous company cannot construct a bridge in Nigeria with all the whole physicians, physicists, scientists that have been produced or being produced every year. They cannot sponsor their own people to have a very quality products from them. It's impossible. They only excel when they leave the zoo, attach themselves with the white people, with the theory they study, then with the practical of the white man, merge it together, then you see that Nigerian man excelling in diaspora. But in the zoo, darkness will not let it be. So what am I talking? This natural enclave of a thing is very, very important. You stay there, you use your language to study, and it will help you. Let's take this one. The news headline, I over digress on that, but it's good I said that because it had been in my mind for a very long time. This one says, 3 dead, many injured as suspected bandits attack Plateau community. 3 people are dead and many people were injured. That bandits attack a particular community in Plateau State. Just as we told you, Plateau is in the line now to be swallowed, just like Bauchi and Nasarawa. And if they succeed in Plateau completely, Middle Belt is gone. Because Plateau is the one putting hindrances for them. The moment they will succeed one day, have a governor who is a Fulani man, that's all. Just as they insisted in having Bongwam Jos as a Fulani man. I don't know whether they finally did that or not. don't know whether maybe Mazi Edozie will call me and tell me he's in jazz. I don't know whether they have succeeded in putting a new Bongwam Joss as a Fulani man, or is this still a Birom man? Because I know when the one that was there in 90s and 2000 died, and there were conflicts on who to replace it. So if they succeed, that's all. They will continue to kill and kill and kill and kill. Most of the rural villages owned by the Plateau people had been taken by these vandals from Futagelion. It had been taken. So they will be killing them gradually and no retaliation. The government is not there. Speak out. Use democratic power. Move for referendum. You won't see them. Burukutu cannot help you. Drinking cannot help you. Some of them that go to school, you see them, they'll be brewing grammar. They'll be speaking grammar. Powerful ones. Good English. Quaint ones. Even after speaking it, they can never make them to be English people. But your land is going. All those things cannot help you. What you needed is practical. Violent practical to restore your land. Your value as a Plateau educated man is regaining your value, your land back. Your culture, living in peace with your people. That is what makes, that is your pride. Not the certificate, all those things you have. Not even the religion, the church you go. You are in your soil with your people living in peace and harmony. Plateau people, you need to wake up. All the killing, they are taking you gradually. Taking you gradually. All these years, we say that there are generals in Plateau then. I don't know that they are General Banza. General Banza, at this time, they cannot support their own people. All they're supposed to do is to bring out gun from government, give all you, say go and be killing people. Yes, because that's the same thing they are doing to the Fulani. Who is giving Fulani man a gun? Is it not helicopter we see that come down and give gun to Fulani man? Why can't your own big boss do the same thing? If they catch you, he will deny. Say it's none of his business, he don't know. That is it. That is it. You see? Let's see the news in details. Some gunmen suspected bandits have reportedly killed 3 youths in Plateau State. The youths were said to be going to Tayana village in Riom local government area of the state when bandits attacked them. They attacked them on the way. They are laying ambush now. Riom is very close to the Jos city. Riom is not far. To tell you that they have surrounded everywhere. The only capital city which is Jos, and is as a result of the Igbo people staying there, making it to be lively. And instead of them to say, let's work with Igbos, they will never. And these 3 people are gone. And they will continue, because the more they kill, fear will catch other people, they will pack and go, they will take over the land. Instead of their own people to wake up, give them gun, go and fight back, that is it. Masses versus masses, crashes and not crash here there. You'll be regaining your value back. They are not going to. But these Fulanis, the northern Ishmaelite, knows how to fight this battle very well. They'll be pushing it. It will never happen in our land. We have our gun. Anyhow they want it, whether it's our own politicians or whatever. If you are not wicked, you cannot fight wickedness. Write it somewhere. Listen, if you are clapping hand, wickedness it will swallow you. Until you become wicked, call it holy wickedness. Because you are revenging, you are opposing something that you did not into. If you are not in that way, I'm telling you, they will eat you and take over. And take over. You must be wicked to fight wickedness. You must change you must think in a different way to fight these bundles. A youth leader in the area and the national president of Birom Youth Molders, Solomon Mawatri, confirmed the killing on Tuesday, that's yesterday. Mawatri condemns the incident, saying the attack happened on Monday night. He said, our people are in mourning following a sad event that occurred in our community. I am on my way to the hospital where the youths who were injured during the attack are receiving the treatment. It was on Monday night around 9:30 p.m. Some youth were coming to Tayana of Ruhus community in Riom local government. Unknown to them, the attackers had laid an ambush on their way. The attackers just inflicted and the surviving victims with machete cuts all over their body while they were trying to escape, but they succeeded in killing 3 of the youth. This is an unprovoked attack and it is very unfortunate. The youth leader added that security agent had been informed about the incidents. Listen very carefully. Listen, all this security issue that have been involved, that security, whatever that have been informed, is nonsense. Did the Fulanis inform the security before attacking your youth? Do they inform the security before attacking your village? You don't need all this security bullshit. You know it's compromised. Samuel Autumn told you that Meeti Allah, who is the umbrella of all these terrorist groups, are in that Sorok. And Buhari is their grand patron. Although we know that Buhari is dead and was buried in shallow grave since 2017, even Queen Elizabeth, who is still alive today, wrote a condolence letter, which was later retrieved, but I've been picking up before she retrieved it. 1 minute silent by African Union, and they are telling us that it's not true. This Buhari government is the patron of this Meeti Allah. He's a member. And you are waiting for the government to retaliate. You are sending security, a message to the security who are under this government. Come on. You need to pick your own gun. You need to be wicked. As this pain of your youth are there, or knowing your own, you go and attack them back. You go and attack them. Nobody know who attack each other. If possible, leave the city. Go and stay in the bush also. From bush, you go and attack them. From bush, you go and... Are they not in the bush? Who owns the bush? It is your own bush, your own forest that they are occupying. You need to rise up. The youths in the northern, in the middle belt needs to rise up. Don't be foolish. Forget about what your pastors and reverends and the bishops and the fathers and whatever are preaching to you. Those ones are members of the New World Order. If you don't know. Because from their teaching, they will be preaching peace, 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 peace. Peace that will never reign. Until you people have been, don't take the, listen, you need to wake up. Take the action. You see, as we are talking now, don't be surprised somebody is dying somewhere within that your bush. Maybe tomorrow we'll have the news, we read it. But if all of you will regroup yourself, look for gun. Gun is available everywhere. Fight them back. If the security operative come against you as they normally do, gun them down. Short and simple. And on the process, if you die, you are a martyr. You are a martyr. You have inspired another child to pick up the gun to continue the battle. This thing is psychological. You need to understand than crying and crying and crying and complaining from time to time. You need to do something so that you will be respected. When the one thing with this Fulani, they are cowards. Let me tell you. You see these Fulanis, they are cowards. They are as coward as Zoologian soldiers. You know, the number one coward soldiers in planet Earth or in Africa is Nigerian soldier. Forget about all those acrimonies that were given to them. They are not up to it. The moment the battle is too much, they begin to panic. The reason is because they are corrupt. They have enjoyed corrupt money. They have enjoyed corrupt money. So anybody who emphasizes mostly on what to gain, material things he will gain, he will eat, of which he acquired it illicitly, that person cannot be brave in the battlefield. They cannot be brave in the battlefield. You need to have that understanding, my dear brother. So, these people are cowards. If you people attack them, go for a reprisal attack in some of their camps, of which you know, you destroy, you slaughter the same way they are slaughtering you, there will be change and you will see some shift in paradigms. You see some shift, you see some, they will be retrieving. The attack will not be massively, frequently as it is presently. But because nothing, you report to security, they know that even the security man is afraid. He could be an Igbo man, and he know that his life is in danger. That's why he's supporting them. They will send him, then he will be about 5-10 kilometers away from where the people are, and he'll be shooting gun. By the time his bullet finish, he return back. Some of them, unfortunately, they will kill them there. Yes. They know that they are used for sacrifice. Some of them, they know where the camp are, but about 5 kilometers away, they'll be shooting gun on air. They won't go. We know them because those ones are foolish Igbo security men who knows the truth. Instead of them to resign, to pull out, so that the number of the Zoologian military will be going down, they won't. So our brothers in the Middle Belt, the time has come. I love what some of the youth said regarding Bishop Kuka. When they invited Bishop Kuka, you people need to back him up to see if he will stand for you, because all the whole northern Christians and the Middle Belt need a hard man who can be speaking for them, stand for them, just like Obadiah Melafia. Obadiah was so kind, was so quiet. Obadiah need to be rough. He wasn't. Obadiah was not wicked. That is why they bring him down easily. If you are so compassionate to these people, so weak, using Jesus' mind, the Christian mind, preaching, brother, they will slaughter you, and you are not Jesus. Jesus has come and done his own work. You are not him, and you cannot be him. You need to activate the normal circumstances way of fighting this battle to fight. That is why Obadiah was killed. El-Rufai killed Obadiah Melafia. Malam Nasru El-Rufai and the DSS were the one who killed him. So if you understand that indeed the Bishop Kuka can do it, but I doubt, because it's in Catholic Church. Catholic may not give him that permission. Such a job need an independent man who will stand and have the passion of his people and continue to speak at all time. But if he can do it, give him the full support. Because all of you in the north are gone. I'm telling you, if you will tell yourself, this is not maybe prophet telling you this, that. Calculate things normal. Do normal calculation. You are gone. See how it's going gradually. No reprisal, no attack, no stopping. It's moving. When is it going to stop? No way. It's not going to stop. No way. So we continue to tell you, our brothers in the Middle Belt and the other Christians in the Northern Zoological Republic. So that is that. Let's take another news. This one says bandits invaded Kaduna community, abduct many. It's as usual. We'll continue to bring it to you. The essence of all this news is for you to know that indeed the zoo is going down. And as it's going down, it is you, the masses, who are on the bottom, that will feel the pain. You will eat the pain like food. You will eat the pain. Know how the children of Kwankwaso will feel the pain in this way, because there are millions of dollars for them in bank. Know how the children of Musa will, because the man has pumped money somewhere, packed money somewhere. It is you, the masses, that will feel the pain. So you need to revolt. Bandits on Monday evening invaded Bayi village on the outskirts of the Kaduna state, abducting many people in the process. This was made known in a Twitter posted by Senator Shehu Sani, who formerly represented Kaduna Central at the National Assembly. Shehu Musa is a politician. Shehu Musa wants to contest for governor of Kaduna State, and there is nothing he can do. He cannot change it. Do you know the reason why? The people who are in charge of Kaduna State are also the Kaduna Mafians. If Senator Shehu Sani is not part of the Kaduna Mafians, number one is that he will not win. If by calculation, by chance, he was there, he cannot do anything. It's either they will force him to join them and be doing exactly what Vampire Malam Nasru El-Rufai is doing, or he will be there and just be useless, cannot do anything. Because we are telling you what is holding the zoo and what is making Nigeria not. There are occultic powers. There are gang ups holding the zoo. There are cliques, whatever you call it. They are the one holding the zoo. So as you see, Kaduna State is only revolt. People, the only thing that can change this thing, people in a mass be against it, attack those people, because the echelons that are in charge of all these things are just few. But they are using the same people who are feeling the pain to inflict themselves also. So it's just wisdom that will turn it around. So Sheikh Sani, all the things he's saying is just to prepare himself, is just to paint himself, is just to arrange himself to see if he can find himself in that seat. Politically, he merited it, but he cannot do any change in Kaduna. The only thing that can save the Southern Kaduna people, if the useless people they have in the State House of Assembly, we are pushing, State and the National House of Assembly, we are pushing for the division of the state. Maybe if they divide the state, they will have their own person who would have been governor, who may show compassion before mafians will hijack the seat of power. Maybe the person can somehow put an stop to this killing based on the security he will put in place. That is the only way. But as long as Kaduna remaineth as it is, there is nobody who can change it. This is what had been signed 30 years ago and is being carried out now. This is the perfect time. He said the bandits stormed the Bai village community in the outskirts of Kaduna yesterday night and kidnapped a number of people. Locals said the response of soldiers helped in preventing mass abduction. This is the plight of our people every day. This come barely a week after bandits attacked Sabon Brainy village in a Gabi local government area of Kaduna State, leaving 7 members of the same family dead. The incident has, however, caused a mass exodus of residents from the area due to fear of being attacked or killed by marauding bandits, a community leader, Bello Musa, said. You see, as a result of this fear now, for these few people that were killed, the remaining people has packed their bag. They are moving to the city or to the capital of the local government. Then this particular remote village that have been indigenous to these people is gone. Watch it now. Before 1 week, 2 weeks now, you go there, you see new settlers. This will be Fulanese people from Futajelion. They'll bring their wives and their children and their cow down. They'll be staying there. The people who owns that place will never dare to go there again. If you try, then whatever you see, you take. You see, gradually, just like as desert encroaches, desert encroachment gradually. That is how they are encroaching into the system, encroaching, and they are enjoying it. And you are there clapping hand, speaking grammar, hoping 2023, Jagaban, Igbo presidency, whatever nonsense. But the program of what is happening had been drawn long ago. It had been drawn by the Kaduna Mafians, and that is what is playing. They will sweep you off completely if you don't rise up. The only thing that will change it is you need to be wicked to fight wickedness. Don't fight wickedness with smile. Don't never go there. You better allow that thing to be there. You need to be angry. Change your face. Even when God wants to destroy his people, the Bible will tell you that the God became very angry, and Moses and Aaron begin to plead, even before they offer incense, that about thousands of people had been dead already. The same God who brought them out of Egypt, when he wanted to deal with them, he became wicked. You use wickedness to fight wickedness. Short and simple. What about praise the Lord, this, that. You do it, you put it in your pocket, take your gun and face the idiot. This world now is full of evil people. Evil people. And if you want to excel at a certain time, you need to attack evil with evil, short and simple. Even if that is the end of you, make sure you make an impact. Very, very important. As for Kaduna State, Southern Kaduna is gone. They will take it and they'll take it completely. Forget about anything they come out in the open and be telling you is nonsense. It's nonsense. Tell you the gospel truth. El-Rufai know what he's doing. That is the assignment. He will tell you about telling the military for carpet level bombardment. Those things are nonsense. Even when they attack the bandit in that way, you see how they will retaliate. See what's happened in Zamfara. See what happened in Zamfara. And the level 200 people, these are officially, unofficially, it could be 500. And more are being killed as we are talking now. They will meet somebody somewhere, unaccounted, the person is down, a vulture will eat the dead body there. Vulture will eat the person. And you are hoping in the zoo. You are hoping that this thing can change. Come on, brother. Come on, sister. Rise up. Forget about the hatred you have about the Biafrans. Forget about those hatred. Cannot help you. Cannot help you. Listen, sometimes the person you hate so much, you neglect, is where your help lies. I'm telling you, there is somebody you don't like him, or maybe one pastor you don't like him, but he is the only one who has the grace to pray for you, and your breakthrough will come. But the enemy will continue to be pushing, bringing negative thoughts over that particular person. I am telling you what I have experienced several times. That is why you don't just need to just assess things, know the truth. Know the truth and take the truth, irrespective of whoever that is speaking the truth. You assess it. The person you may not like to see his face, his voice, is just as it is in Nigeria today. One man they don't want to see, both of you in the middle belt, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As of 2013, all of you were saying is hate speech, hate speech. By that time, this killing have not started in Kaduna. It have not started in Zamfara. But what is happening? But it was a man that you people hated and hate him. If indeed all of you revolted, take that truth immediately and fight. But you refuse. You believe on the coated lies. Lies coated with sugar. You have eaten the sugar that coated the lie. Now you are facing the bitterness and the pepperish that were mixed together. That is it. When you see the truth, please try. Irrespective of whoever is saying the truth. It's very, very important. Let's say this one finally. Boko Haram attacks ex-army chief Buratai's town resident abandoned home. Buratai can Buratai, this idiot can never go to his village. you see the idiot. Buratai can never go to his village. What was his name? Inspector General of Police in Gedam, Yobe State. These criminals cannot go to their state. They have no state. They may land in the capital, go to the house they have built there, do one or two things, but the village, they can't. Even if you take battalion now, keep there and ask Buratai to come there, he will not. Buratai won't go there. What is he going there to do? They have ravaged everywhere. A village where a general come from. A whole general. General in the zoo, not general in America or in Europe, or decorated by Queen Elizabeth. You know that Mazi Thomas Aginyi was decorated as a field marshal by Queen Elizabeth as a result of what he did in Congo. The man really fought. So he's a decorated general by the white. No be this one way be say you go give yourself. So the village of a Nigerian general, he cannot go to his village. The zoologian general. Let's hear the news in details. Buratai, this is not plotting. You pop out 1 billion. You take your own, give the air vice marshal this, that. You just share the money. Share. Give House of Assembly, House of Representative. Then you now agree to retire. All this while people have been saying, Buratai, retire. Not knowing that there was a deal. He's plotting. From 2018, the money man letter came out towards the ending of 2019. In 2020, they shared the money very well. $1 billion for armed struggle, for armed deal. Share the thing. Give some of the criminals you see in the state in the House of Assembly there. They share their own. Then Buratai now retire. It was after that something leak. He can't go to his village. Criminal. Militants from the Islamic State backed faction of Boko Haram, the Islamic State West African province, ISWA, formerly known as Jama'atu Allah Shuni-led Dawa Jihad, have attacked Buratai village in the Biu local government area of Borno State. Biu, the idiot is from Biu. The idiot is from Biu. Buratai is from Biu. He's from Biu. The idiot is from Biu. So they have attacked his village. They have attacked his village. Buratai is the country home of the immediate past chief of army staff, Yusuf Buratai. The community is situated some 215 kilometers away from Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. This is where the home is. I know Biu in Borno state. I know Biu. The community is situated some 215 kilometers away from Maiduguri, very far away from Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Reporters gathered that the insurgents stormed the community on Monday morning, shooting heavy artillery. A military source said the situation forced people to scamper for safety and remain indoors as the shooting continues. Most residents have fled to Mirinja, another town in Biu. I can't say if there is any casualty, he said. The source added that the troop overpowered the terrorists in gun battle, forcing them to flee. Since the death of the leader, Shekau, ISWAP has been consolidating its grip in locations around the Lake Chad. So this news is telling you the attack in Buratai's village. Can Buratai go home? The answer is no. Lieutenant General Buratai cannot go home again because Boko Haram, ISWAP, has taken over his village. So this is the news we have for you today. We will be right back in a moment as we have one or two analyses in Hausa language. Then we will open our line for interaction. So we advise you to stay tuned.
To stop a sovereign state of Biafra from coming into being. Great Biafrans go to ask thee because the spirits of our ancestors are with us from breaking through and announcing the day. As you know, the answer to this question to be a capital no. I urge you, therefore, the true followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to draw your daily strength from this fact that as it is not possible for mortals to prevent the sun from breaking through and driving away darkness, so it is impossible for any mortal to stop the rising sun of Biafra from illuminating itself and taking its proper place of honor amongst the states, among the stars of heaven. Because the spirits of our ancestors are with us in this very battle. But above all, Chukwuabiama has determined that now is the time for the freedom of his children from subjugation, dehumanization, torture, imprisonment, from pogrom and massacre, and from thousands of years of slavery. The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, the Directorate of State, is preoccupied with the work of securing the to achieve our immediate and long-term objectives. The Eastern Security Network is Chukwu Kabiama's battle axe. He has used this outfit that our leader put in place under divine direction to drive from our land Fulani rapists, killers, terrorists who occupied our forests and farmlands and were terrorizing our people prior to the emergence of the ESN. Great Biafrans, 12 months since its inception, the Eastern Security Network has done the unimaginable. This is why all forces of darkness are arrayed against us. This is why Southeast governors are uneasy, because the people have taken their protection and destiny into their own hands. I can confidently therefore inform Biafrans that as of today, more than 70% of Fulani rapists and terrorists in our forests and farmlands have been dislodged. And we are not going to rest on our oars until the remaining are sent back to where they came from. As the ESN is engaged in this patriotic duty of keeping our forests and farmlands safe for agricultural activities to go on unhindered, it is very imperative, my people, that we must be very vigilant when it comes to David Umahi's militia, because the majority, close to 80% or more of its personnel are Nigerian police officers and foreigners that they imported into our land to help the zoo security agencies in its continued program of Biafra youths. Openly, very, very openly, they are eliminating our young males who form the bedrock of our society. I am greatly pained when I observe what is playing out in Imo State. I am pained because I look to see if there is but one man who can speak truth to power. But lo and behold, our land is bereft of real elders. Our land is bereft of courageous elders. They answer elders when an opportunity to go cap in hand seeking for one selfish advantage or the other present itself. They watch the carnage going on in Imo State, but they pretend to see nothing. They hear the sound of the machine guns fixed atop Nigerian army and police armored personnel carriers, and the bombs from their army and navy helicopters. And when the dust settles, they will see the mangled bodies of their children littering our communities and our cities. But these elders are not moved because they have long ceased to be true elders, having dined with the devil and mortgaged their conscience. The Imo State and Ebonyi State governors have turned the killing of Biafran youths, raising down of our communities, businesses and homes as their new sport. Where are the elders, you may ask? The intelligence report at our disposal reveals a very disturbing trend to the desperation of the Southeast politicians to create an environment of anarchy in our land. They have now turned their eyes to the coastal region of Biafra land to hire militants to come into the heartland of Biafra and cause mayhem and targeted killings. We are alerting you now ahead of time, because when they will begin to point their cursed hands at Ipob ESN, remember we informed you well ahead of time, as we also told you that most of them, the governors, are responsible for the atrocities going on in Biafra land currently. They created the unknown government for this purpose. Now that events in Imo and Ebonyi has exposed their evil work, they want to divert our attention by their desire and desperation to turn their attention to the coast. Just a word of caution to our brothers in the coastal region. Do not allow politicians to use you to spill the blood of your brother, because the land of Biafra and the spirits that own the land shall come after such a person that allows politicians to use him or her. Please, Biafrans, take note. Take note, this is very important, because you may be setting yourself up for danger. Recruitment of ESN operatives is closed. So do not fall into the hand of DSS in the name of recruitment for ESN. Recruitment has closed. We are not recruiting new officers or new personnel. To this effect, therefore, all ESN commanders and reservists should return to base within 72 hours. The kidnapping of Biafran youth, irrespective of their gender, and the kidnapping of Biafran men and women, irrespective of their age, is continuing without let. Thousands of Biafrans have been abducted by the Nigerian security operatives, especially the army, the police, and the DSS. A great number of these abductees are simply executed. A great number are simply wasted. Many are raped, tortured, and starved to death. IPOB has deployed a multiple approach in tracing the whereabouts of our people who have fallen victim to these targeted killings and kidnappings. We also deploy multiple means to secure their freedom. In this regard, therefore, the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazi Nwachineke Kanu, has secured the freedom of more than 1,500 of our people kidnapped by Nigerian security agencies at an enormous financial cost running into millions of dollars. 1,500 of our youths. This is just those that has or have been secured. Their freedom has been secured. This number, of course, include about 500 of our people abducted from Obibo in Igbocha. Let me hasten to add that there are still thousands of Biafran youths being held in different detention facilities across the zoo. You may be wondering for what offense. These people have committed no crime other than that they are born Biafrans. The IPOB medical department has been handling cases of our people who sustained all manner of injuries from torture at the hands of these terrorists in uniform. Many have suffered serious traumatic, psychological and mental injuries that will take years to heal or may even leave a permanent scar on these victims. A lot of funds are also expended by IPOB to provide the needed medical help to these victims as well. The year 2021, despite many of its challenges, was the year IPOB led by Mazi Nwachineke Kanu reached a key and very significant milestone. Our challenges, however, have also equipped us with the resilience to go into the new year firmly committed to carry out our obligations and responsibilities diligently. We must maintain discipline at all levels and at all times. No room for distractions, please. Our action plan for 2022. Following are some of the programs and actions which the leadership will vigorously pursue in 2022. These are the ones we can make public for now. Others will be made known at the appropriate time. 1. We shall embark upon a worldwide campaign for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The campaign will be called the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. In furtherance of this campaign, therefore, all IPOB family members, Biafrans and friends of Biafra are hereby urged and directed to change their profile pictures on social media with our official campaign poster. Please, after this address, go to @RealDOS, @RealIPOBDOS on Twitter, and you can see the official poster. I believe also our media department will do the necessary in this regard. 2. All IPOB families worldwide are hereby as well directed to activate the earlier instruction passed down to them. We shall embark on a worldwide protest in cities and capitals around the world. Focus of our protest shall be British embassies, the British Parliament, 10 Downing Street, the Kenyan embassies, the Zoo Nigerian embassies, and international organizations like the United Nations, the EU, Amnesty International, and of course, media houses. 3. The DOS will be creating a new department in IPOB to add to those already existing under the Directorate of State. The department will be designated as IPOB Education Department. Primary responsibility is to teach our history, language, tradition, and culture to our children. We have about 3 books that will be published this new year in furtherance of this action or project. After the head of this department is made public, Biafran writers will be called upon to bring forward books and educational materials to be published for our children in primary and secondary schools. 4. And very important, beginning from tonight, no more Nigerian national anthems in all schools in Biafra land. No more Nigerian national anthems in all schools in Biafra land. Our children must no longer be reminded daily that they are under oppression by singing the national anthem of the oppressor. School authorities and proprietors have a responsibility to teach our children our national anthem, the Biafran national anthem. 5. The ban placed on Fulani cows will take effect in April 2022, this very year. We have informed Biafran that this is coming. Those who are getting ready for this must hasten their actions and put all logistics in place for this to take effect, because in April this ban will kick in and it will be enforced. Effective this month, Fulani cows, this month that I mean the April of 2022, Fulani cows will no longer be used for any social or ceremonial events and festivals in Biafra land. Our native cows will be used instead for these events. Traditional custodians of our culture, the clergy and time unions, must ensure that this message gets to the grassroots. We cannot continue to eat and bring curse and damnation upon our land and upon ourselves by consuming cows that were used for bestiality. And for those who do not understand what bestiality means, these cows, the cow headers, they have sex with them and they send it to us to eat. Are you not cursing yourself and bringing damnation upon yourself? Therefore, the ban on Fulani cows will take effect April 2022. Number 6, our May 30th of this year shall take a different format. It shall be celebrated as our Independence Day. Seminars, symposiums, lectures in designated halls will be organized. There will be no protests. There will be no protest. We shall celebrate it as a day of independence, and every preparations for this must commence without delay, please. Finally, I cannot reiterate the importance of discipline enough, and this applies to all levels of our structure. Every principal servant of the indigenous people of Biafra report to his or her immediate superior. Our command and control principle is an indispensable tool in our operations and for our success for that very matter. It is indispensable for our success, and everybody must ensure that they keep to this very principle. There is no middle way. Either you are in or you are out. To this effect, therefore, those of you who are being led astray, the door of grace is about to shut, and when that happens, you will truly have yourself alone to blame. Great Biafrans, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama take the place of honor in our journey to freedom. May He guide our feet in only one direction, the road to a free, sovereign, and independent Biafran nation. May He strengthen all true and honest IPOB family members worldwide. And of course, may He guard, protect, and lead our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long shall you live IPOB Eastern Security Network. And long live Biafra and the rising sun. Good night.
you the wrong, get enough to drink water.
to stop a sovereign state of Biafra from coming into being. Great Biafrans, permit me to kidnappings. We also deploy multiple means to secure their freedom. In this regard, therefore, the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu, has secured the freedom of more than 1,500 of our people kidnapped by Nigerian security agencies at an enormous financial cost running into millions of dollars. 1,500 of our youths. This is just those that has or have been secured. Their freedom has been secured. This number, of course, include about 500 of our people abducted from Obibo in Igbocha. Let me hasten to add that there are still thousands of Biafran youths being held in different detention facilities across the zoo. You may be wondering for what offense. These people have committed no crime other than that they are born Biafrans. The IPOB medical department has been handling cases of our people who sustained all manner of injuries from torture at the hands of these terrorists in uniform. Many have suffered serious traumatic, psychological and mental injuries that will take years to heal or may even leave a permanent scar on these victims. A lot of funds are also expended by IPOB to provide the needed medical help to these victims as well. The year 2021, despite many of its challenges, was the year IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu reached a key and very significant milestone. Our challenges, however, have also equipped us with the resilience to go into the new year firmly committed to carry out our obligations and responsibilities diligently. We must maintain discipline at all levels and at all times. No room for distractions, please. Our action plan for 2022. Following are some of the programs and actions which the leadership will vigorously pursue in 2022. These are the ones we can make public for now. Others will be made known at the appropriate time. 1. We shall embark upon a worldwide campaign for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The campaign will be called the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. Mazi Nwachineke Kanu, the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. In furtherance of this campaign, therefore, all IPOB family members, Biafrans and friends of Biafra are hereby urged and directed to change their profile pictures on social media with our official campaign poster. Please, after this address, go to @RealDOS, @RealIPOBDOS on Twitter, and you can see the official poster. I believe also our media department will do the necessary in this regard. 2. All IPOB families worldwide are hereby as well directed to activate the earlier instruction passed down to them We shall embark on a worldwide protest in cities and capitals around the world.
Under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He's the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest men living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwachineke. Our lines are open right now. You can call in for your own contribution with this number, +183 263 73499, +183 263 73499, +183 263 73499. Or you can get us with this one, +614 818 70925. I repeat, +614 818 70925, +614 818 70925. Any of this line you call, you have access to us. You make your own contribution. The whole world will hear. If there is any question as well, we will try to tackle the question and make sure that we are moving forward for the restoration of the kingdom of God here on earth, which is Biafra. Nothing will stop us. Nothing is going to stop us. We must press on. We must move on. We must do anything possible to our best that Biafra is being restored in our own time. Is a credit for you and I, if indeed you are part and parcel of what we are doing. If you are part of us fighting assiduously, you are doing the greatest. Grandchildren, great-grandchildren, generation that are coming will as well talk about you. They will continue to bless you, praying that your soul will rest in peace of what you have done. Most of us don't know about all these things. So that is that we must continue to do the needful thing. Very, very important. And that is where we stand. That is where we stand. That is where we stand. Praying that your soul will rest in peace of what you have done. Most of us don't know about. Let's take this call. Must be my dear brother Mazi Kenneth. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Kenneth, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Good morning, Mazi. God bless you.
And you too, my dear brother.
Like Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, may Elohim Chukwuka be and bless each and every one of us. Mazi, thank you for your good work you are doing. May our leader will live long. Mazi, I want to use this opportunity to tell our people, Biafrans all over the world, that they should see what is happening now with us. This great leader we have, people don't value it. They don't value him. This man has been shouting for several years that we should equip our look what is happening with us. Look what is happening in Nigeria today. Yes, because of my network.
Are you going to change your position? Because I cannot hear you. Reposition yourself, you call back. Reposition yourself, you call back. Reposition yourself, you call back. Let's take another call. Call on the line. Can you hear me?
Mazi Nwachineke, good morning, sir.
You are welcome, my dear brother.
This is Chinedu. I'm calling you from the zoo capital.
Can't even hear you clearly, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, just raise your voice a bit. Put your voice in the microphone and make it to be high.
I said my name is Chinedu. I'm calling you from the zoo capital.
You are welcome, brother. Mazi Chinedu, you are welcome.
It's alright. It's alright, sir. Mazi, your analysis this morning is very good. You know, some of our people don't know that this radio Biafra is a place you can listen and get inspired and know what is happening. If you're a student of Radio Biafra, believe you me, you even challenge a professor. Mazi, my take on what you said this morning is on the one concerning the zoo military. Some of our people don't know that those people are cowards. Imagine, how can you go to someone's house, a civilian that doesn't have anything, that didn't commit anything against you, you burn down the house, you shoot periodically, you keep people there, but you cannot face people that has a gun. You cannot face people that can challenge you, even as you are doing. But when you see them, you run away. That means that they are cowards. They don't know anything. They cannot face the real people. They are only showing their powers on the people that don't have power, that doesn't do anything against them, the minor people. So, Mazi, I want our people to know that Biafra must come. And we are praying seriously. We are in support of the DOS. We are in support of Mazi Chikedozie. We support whatever you people are doing. And here, at times, I do tell people, come on, reverently, always preach to them about Biafra and let them know what will happen and what is coming. So, Mazi, God will bless you and bless Biafra. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear brother Mazi Chinedu. Thank you very much, and keep on the good work you are doing from your own angle. And we will restore Biafra. We'll fight this till the end. We'll fight it. Nobody should relent. Zoological Republic soldiers are coward. They're coward. That is why when it comes to battle, they will not go and face the main thing. They will be killing innocent people. And that is why they will continue to die. Nemesis will hold them. We are telling those there to, some of them that may be innocent, to resign. If they don't resign, the consequence of what others has done will fall them.
Good morning,
fall
sir.
Upon them. Exactly.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, my regards to your family.
And you
It's
too,
right,
dear
sir.
brother.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's take this call. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Must be Ugo. Ugo, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Good morning to you. Good morning, Nwachineke. Thank you so much. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, Biafrans all over the world. Chukwukika is our God. And it will continue to keep us moving forward because what we are doing is the right thing. My name is Ugo Mazi. You see, these evil people everywhere. I want to say this. Some people in our land, sometimes I ask myself a question. Whether people are reasoning very well, they are not normal. The reason I'm saying this is because, like a devil Umahi here now, that is trying to be one of the candidates 2023, and some people are saying yes, he will do well, he will be this one. I want to ask all of you, you evil people supporters, because you support evil, how long will these people continue to deceive you and you refuse to know the truth? You are looking for Nigerian presidency at this point. You are seeking for Nigerian presidency. You want to support the devil Omahe. You want to support Tinubu. Let me tell all of you that is not listening very well, that you see the zoo presidency, they will never ever allow you to be there. I see no reason why some of you refuse to reason, because so many past years, this is how these people, when they come out, they will say support one Igbo man. At the end, they will lament and talk like everything, and finally, nobody nobody that comes from this part of the world will near that seat. You will discover that there is an agenda. You see these evildoers that call themselves politicians in our land. I refuse to say what others are saying. And what is that? They never care for you if you think that they are caring for you. They never care for you. They gang up, they are in love with each other. They will come together and do their meeting. They will come out, they will start fighting. And you think that these people are fighting. At the end of everything, you will say, let me support this one. You don't even know that they are all one. The evidence is everywhere. By the time the masses supposed to reason and start holding hands together to fight for their own. And what is that their own? There is nothing again that you, as a citizen of Zoo, that you supposed to look for except freedom. You are not free. Fulani agenda remains the ultimate agenda for any candidate. If an Igbo man today happen to be an agent of the Zoo, they make him president. Go and check him for him. His agenda is Islamization agenda. They don't love all of you. But I see no reason why you refuse to reason. You continue to support them despite all their efforts. People that they are watching silently, Fulani is killing you for so many years. Until our leader Mazi Nwachineke Kanu established Eastern Security Network through this wonderful hallowed platform. It was announced that there is Eastern Security Network in our bushes to protect our brothers and sisters, our mother, our father, for farms. Finally, what happened? These same people, you think that they are quarreling with each other. They hold hands together. They said no. They are going to fight Eastern Security, and they are fighting it in your own kuru eyes. You are seeing it. The reason why army, the Zoo soldier, is putting a roadblock in a particular place in a bush inside our villages. For what? Tell me the reason. Is it not because of the Eastern Security Network? All of you refuse to listen. You refuse to reason. This agenda, they can never stop it if you don't wake up. They can't stop. They will destroy every one of you if you refuse to wake up. So I'm saying this for you to know that if you are fighting for development, fighting for Tinubu, for Yoruba people, you want Tinubu to be a Nigerian president, you are not reasoning well. I'm telling you this truth. You are not reasoning well. And by the time you will get to know this, I think it is going to be very too late. For we, the indigenous people of Biafra, will continue to demand for the release of our leader, Mazi Nwachineke Kanu, an innocent man that didn't commit anything just because of the truth that he continued to say. He refused to lie. That is the reason why these same people, evil vultures in our land, they call themselves elite. They are the ones holding him. People that refuse to listen to the voice of the masses. People that refuse to care for the masses. Rather, they look after themselves. They love their family so much. That is the reason why they give their family good life. If you check their family, none of them is suffering. But when it comes to the people that they're supposed to protect, as the people that God give them to be their leader, you see how they are killing us, they are intimidating us, they are making us to suffer, and you are still supporting them. If you are benefiting, let me tell you, you are not benefiting. You better repent. Mazi, the blessing of Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to be with all the leadership of IPOB, because they are not one. They are doing a very wonderful work. Chukwu Okike Abiama will be with the leadership of IPOB and the Eastern Security Network. Those who are there to protect their land, not the evil ones that is trying to take our land. They can never succeed. And every one of you as a presenters, because all of you also, you are doing a very marvelous work. Chukwu Okike Abiama will be with every one of you. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's our dear brother Mazi Ugo. Thank you very much, and keep on the good work you are doing. Let's take this call from the prophet. Prophet Mazi Okechukwu Ezikoha. Prophet. Kekimel.
Nwachineke. Nwachineke. Udo Chukwu Okike Abiama dịrị gị. O. Nwachukwu Okike Abiama. Udo Chukwu Okike Abiama dịrị gị. Ọwa anyị na-aza mmeri Chukwu, ọwa ashe mmeri Chukwu Okike Abiama. Is there any British citizen that is answering mmeri Chukwu on this planet Earth? Is there any human race that answered Nnamdi on this planet Earth? Biafrans, tell yourself the truth. Is there any human race that answers okay? That is a common sense. By the fruit we shall know them. By name alone, we know we are the children of the Creator of heaven and earth. We abandoned our own God, and they abandoned us. That is why we Biafrans are suffering on this planet Earth.
Until we realize that as a common sense, that we are the children of the Almighty Creator of the creation. That is when we, His children, will be free. And the second big I write down this message, Biafrans all over the world. Every Biafrans remain formidable, don't shake. Oh? Every Biafrans, Onya Machakwala. Akuja. Every minute put out to call you, they do. Oh, to quote Kabia Makeraba and the court. And when the Indian game, then I think them, would there be a baby, you will come back to your fatherland peacefully. I know what you carry the Biancoa. Project, I want the project to the Biananzu. I want the project to Jesus Christ. God, the project to Muhammad. It's the project of the Most High. I am the one that get to the court here couple, or dead. Awesome saying, 2 Kings chapter 13. 2 Kings chapter 13 from verse 1 to end. Oh, dead. I want the chance. Any generation that abandons him, as long as we are his children, he will abandon us and we will suffer. Until we realize he will give us a leader that will come and save us. That is why we are here. That is why they said there is no people like us. And then after we have gone, there will never and never will be people like us. I work at from home. I want to province Biafra land. I tell them they listen land. I'm get the one. I should call him about province Biafra land now. Then you will come back to your fatherland. Just tell it. 18, 19, 20s did it there. Fulani Janjawe. Fulani, on see 2 Chronicles chapter 31. 2 Chronicles chapter 31 from verse 1 to end. And the same 2 Chronicles chapter 32 from verse 1 to end. The Fulani and the United Nations, China, Japan, all the nations that gathered the United Nations to come and give Biafra to take our land. 38. 2 Chronicles chapter 31. From verse 1 to end, and 2 Chronicles chapter 32, from verse 1 to end. We are not the shake. We Biafrans, we are not the shake. We are very formidable. I see, if it is violent, we will shake the whole world. Everybody will run away. Now our papa get the land. Then I think it is according to Job chapter 42, from verse 1 to end. Job chapter 42, from verse 1 to end. I want to quote Kidnapping. Psalm 1, from verse 1 to end, and the same Psalm 136, from verse 1 to end. There. I want to quote Kidnapping. Biafrans, according to Jeremiah chapter 49. Biafrans here in Biafra land. Jeremiah chapter 49, from verse 1 to end. Is there no Biafrans to defend our land? Who will come and defend us? Look at how all these governors are messing us up. We are the only people that have been suffering the kind of pattern of suffering. We have been suffering under the leadership of all these evil governors, all these evil agents, all these evil religious leaders. No, there is nothing to compare. That is why we are scattered all over the world. That is why Nwachineke, you are that place you are. Nwachineke, you are the next time. Like I don't get more. What you go to Kabiam? Okweshi chere mporo maka ka pia. Ana okuko onu da loko. I ga loko rumma. Ka to Fulani maka ile dey chike dozem dey na abia ko. Na abia we dey no bastard. Asala no we egbe I will egbe elu. Oke no ohia, ngbere no ohia. Ndị governor ko nnu ya, Fadamba Kape na ni 18, 19, 20. Barrister Jofo, in a Ghana court, you will work with that. Maka, you are going just to tell you that you must leave. If you are brother, you are this is the generation that we bring in them. Then we will know that you are a barrister indeed. Forget about all those idiots. And Prophet Mbaka, this is your last opportunity to make heaven. If you don't, all of you are gone. Dara. If you're going to get local money, look at one. I practice up on okay, give me to the place of Magagita Lota Nalan Biano Chase. I think Moya Kumoya Tanalangu, Alanta Mong Repu, Naka, Lodi, Naf, Nampo, Ya, what I like to do for you, I could get going now because I am Biafrans.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's our dear brother, Mazi. Okay. Thank you very much. Desmond, can you hear me? Thank you for holding the line.
Yes, I can hear you, Nwachineke.
You're welcome, brother.
Ndewo, my dear brother. Good morning to great Biafrans, Ipob family members worldwide. And our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu. Chukwabema will continue to be with you, strengthen you, and you will lead us into Biafra and even beyond. He say. Nwachineke, my name is Desmond, and I'm calling from Italy. As usual, we've come this morning again with this our voice, with this our call for our people to wake up all over the world and stand up to expectations, to defend our land, to defend our mothers at home, to defend the land of Biafra, our heritage, who we are, our values, and our system as a people, and our race as a people, sorry to say, because it's very, very important, because if we don't do it, the enemies will swallow us alive. So it's our responsibility to do so. So therefore, IPUB National Body of Italy, signed by the IPUB National Coordinator of Italy, is calling on all Biafrans in Italy to please join us as we support ESN, and they have brought out these numbers for you to call for easy access, for easy donation, if you want to support ESN, because it's very, very important. The same way we are calling on our Biafrans all over the world to also support ESN through the right channel, please. It's very, very important. The channel approved by the HODDOS Mazi Nwachineke. For Biafrans in Italy, please call this number +39 35100 46055. I will repeat, +39 35100 46055. This is the IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy, and the second is +39 3512 551274. I will repeat, +39 3512 551274. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them you call, you'll be directed on how to support ESN. We, the national body IPOB Italy, has taken it as a duty to call our people, to remind our people every day of the need to support ESN, because our land will and must be secured and must be protected, because Biafra is our destination. So therefore, when we give you this number, when we talk to you like this every day, please understand that we are doing the needful. We are not here to joke. We are not here to gossip. We are here to face the rating. If you are with us, you are with us. If you are not with us, then you go out from where we are. And don't disturb us. We don't care what you say outside. And I must say, the IPOB National Coordinator of Italy is also a very formidable man. In our national executive, we don't tolerate insiders, intruders, and those who have come to disrupt us. So therefore, our people must take note of this. If you are calling us, call us for something serious. Tell us how you want to support ESN, and don't be disturbing us about what is going on around the world. We are not after that. We are after the security, protection of the life of our people, the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the restoration of Biafra. That is what we are after, and we are following DOS. And if you want to be with us, be with us. If you don't want to be with us, it is your decision. We will not do anything, but we don't expect you to disturb us. So this message is from IPOB Italy, and it is good that our people follow up on this queue and know what we are doing. This is seriousness. Our people are dying, bloods are being wasted, and we cannot be joking at this stage of our struggle. Nwachineke, I want to thank you for your analysis this morning. I want to say that all those Okalo, for the Kikuku, you know, Ojus Okalo has exposed himself. He has let us know why he went to prison to meet our leader, conspiring with the DSS to go to prison to meet our leader, and was asking our leader why he decided to escape death. Why didn't he stay in Aparuku to be killed by Nigerian military? You know, because he wants to be the president of Nigeria. You know, David Umahi has now let the whole world understand why he has been killing our people. And more of them are coming. And I want to even say something. You know, when you talk about these Igbo politicians, that they are wicked and they are stupid and they are foolish, people don't understand. For instance, let me just say, for instance, if they are doing this voting now, Ojus Okalo and David Umahi are from the same region. How do you intend to win the Tinubu that only him is contesting from his own region, how do you intend to beat him when you people are two from your own region? Because being two, you have already divided your region, and more people will still come out. Wike has not come out. What is it called? Rocha Sokracha has not come out. More of them are still coming. So this is the stupidity. These people are killing our people without even without, as in, just as you said, that they have been initiated into that demonic kingdom. So there is nothing they hear again if not to kill our people and get to where they want to be. You know. So what I'm telling our youth is that, let me say this: the video of a young man in Osu that was challenging one of the House of Assembly member there, telling him that he did not do anything for their community. Look, the youth, I find it very difficult to understand. People were commending him, yes, but I want to say something very different. Why should somebody come together? Why is our youth interested in Nigerian politics at this time that we are? That is what I don't understand. People say, yes, he had the vote to talk. Yes, but if he has using that strength to spread the gospel of Biafra, it would have been better, it would have germinated more seed. Now you are there telling the man that, you know, even who do you want to bring that is going to do something for you? Let me assume, say that man did not pay again. You bring in somebody. What is that person going there to do? Because the system was put in a way that it cannot favor you. If you like, you yourself, even that guy that was talking, even him himself go there. The same thing he's going to do. Because when you get here, you will see that you will try and try, you cannot do anything. At the end of the day, you become handicapped. Because the system has been programmed in such a way to kill your people. If you want to progress, either you kill your people or you stay aside. So our people must understand this thing. There is no need in the use of Biafra to look at politics now. They should be looking at Biafra restoration. Any politician who come and tell you to gather you, go there and talk about the restoration of Biafra. Not Nnamdi or when you No! Because that is not the right message. If you are sending that message, it means you are interested. So our youth must rise up. This is very, very important. This is not time to joke. Our youth must rise up. No politician, if you like, put your father there. If you like, you yourself go and stay there. You will not be able to do anything, because that is the way the system is being programmed. Nigeria was programmed to put our people in perpetual poverty, slavery, and at the worst part, they will be killing us to take over our land. Our people must understand this. We are not talking about politics. What we are talking about is Biafra restoration, Biafra freedom, the freedom of our land. And we are going to be taking every step to do that. We must follow the OS, we must be disciplined, and anything we have to do for the release, unconditional release of our leader, he must be released. We are demanding it. It's not they must release our leader. We have been saying it. The whole world is keeping quiet as if they don't know. How can Nigeria commit such a crime and they allow them to continue to try to continue to keep this man in detention, and the whole world is quiet? Tomorrow now they will say, these Biafran people, America will come and say, you want to interrupt democracy, you want to interrupt election, we will ban you. Now that they are holding, now that Nigeria committed crime against humanity and holding the person, America has not spoken anything. Time has passed for them to use our blood to be uplifting themselves. Exactly. This time around, we will know why our blood will be shed.
Thank you
very much. From here. And God bless you.
Thank you very much. I'm about to round up. Ifeanyi, can you hear me? You just have 1 minute. Ifeanyi, can you hear me? No. Paul, can you hear me? Paul Oyemere, can you hear me? You have 1 minute. Can Paul hear me? You're welcome. Just straight to the point. Time is on my side. I'm being signaled.
Okay. Okay, Mazi. Yes. Good morning, Mazi. Good morning. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon. What I want to tell about Biafrans is Biafrans and the world to remain resolute, because what these people are bringing to us is divide and rule and deceiving people and start killing people. This is the Islamization they are trying to fulfill. Because I want to tell you, if you can remember last time, our leader said that he told these people to go and organize themselves to bring one person, for that one person to go, for us to to have something in Abuja. After all, they go and come back and tell our leader that nobody, they didn't see anybody who is fit to go to Abuja. So it's to tell you the other one is calling for presidency. The other one is calling for presidency. That is nonsense. It is right and rule. Our people must to stand up for total freedom, for total liberation of the Biafran nation. I want to tell you that these people call themselves politicians. They are eating very well in their family. They are not lacking anything. That is why even people are dying in Biafra land. They don't want to know. What they know is that politics. What they know is that to go to Abuja and collect a Ghana must go and come back. So that is why this morning, my brother, Mazi, what I'm telling Biafrans to rise up, the main resolute, and our leader Mazi Nwachineke, I'm calling Almighty Father to protect you. You must come out freely, and these people must release our leader. Let them release that man, innocent man. So the man did not do anything to deserve what the thing that they are doing in DSS dungeon. So this morning I'm congratulating our national coordinator here. They are doing marvelous well and planning to make sure that this goes well, because you can see that we are calling out every national coordinator around the world to rise up, because we must go out and shake the world as we normally do. So Mazi, I don't have much to say this morning, but thank you for the opportunity you give to me, so that Biafrans must rise up. Forget these people who call themselves politicians. They are really, even look at Tulumbu. Tulumbu want to come to president who? President animal or president human being? Somebody who are about to enter inside the coffin. So man, short, I don't know what zoological. This is a zoological republic in short. If somebody like Tulumbu can come out and say that he's coming for presidency and people are listening to him, they must be ashamed of themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's our dear brother Mazi Paul Oyema from Gabon. Keep it up and may the Most High bless you. Thank you very much. As we bring this program to an end, we give God the glory for everything He is doing. We thank Him, we bless Him, and I encourage everyone to remain resolute. Keep on fighting, keep on pushing, keep on pressing on. Do not be distracted by the enemy. Never allow the interludes of the enemy to take you out of focus. Always know that whatever coming to you as you are fighting this battle is to take you out of the rail. Have it in mind. No matter how decorated, how sweet, how coated, how lovely even or caring the something may appear, know that this is from devil and is to take you out of the equation. And the moment you is out of that equation, it is no more balanced. There will be problem in the other aspect, in the other department. The other one will not function. The other person won't be functioning effectively as it should be, just because you had been taken away. Brother, sister, when you understand this, it will make you to stand firm and work hard in that you own. Everywhere, every structure will be strong. Enemy cannot penetrate. Very, very important. They cannot penetrate when it's like that. But the moment they caught your attention, will be slacking from that angle. Have it in mind. If you really love Biafra to come, and if you really fighting assiduously for the restoration of Biafra, when you have all these things in your mind, enemy cannot get you, and our structure will be as strong as the rock of the ages, and we will defeat them, and we will get Biafra. And on that note, I'll ask you to bow down your head and let us thank God. Father, we thank you for everything. We thank you for the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We thank you for the ESN. We thank you for the DOS. We thank you for the IPOB. We thank you for Biafrans. We thank you for our land, for revolting the enemy. We say, hallowed be thy name, Jehovah Jireh. Chukwuka Biama, Ekekero Wanine. Daddy, we make this prayer in the beautiful name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. And I leave you with this word. The Bible said he revealed to redeem. He revealed the deep things of the darkness and bring the utter darkness into the light. Job chapter 12 verse 22. Shalom.
The true goddess.
Cascades on it.
Biafra.
Type of nepotism and retrogressive governance that the likes the world has never seen before, and now it is happening before our eyes. It's happening before you. I warned you, if you do not give me guns and bullets in 2015, that the Janjaweed will come, and they have come. They have gone to Abia State. They have gone to Abia State University in Mutulu. They have kidnapped some students. And I want to make it very clear this morning that those that kidnap the students, everybody else, and live forever. Why can't he use that same money? George Soros, that broke the Bank of England. He was the man that bet against the pound leaving the ERM. That was in 1992, if I'm not mistaken. He broke the bank. He made £5 billion profit betting against the pound to leave the ERM. He is one of the richest men in the world. He has more money than Nigeria put together. He will loan money to Nigeria. Why is he not as young as Buhari, or avail himself of the same treatment that made Buhari to look so young? I don't know what is wrong with the brain of this Yoji. Black people, I don't know what is wrong with our brain that we cannot reason properly. Buhari is dead. Buhari is dead.
Actually, Nigerians, we have a lot of learned illiterates in Nigeria. They are all learned, but they are illiterates. I'm sorry to say it, as if they have never seen the four walls of a school before.
Very, very sad indeed. But it's not just there. Can you let me ask you, or let us ponder this very conundrum? Do you know Japan that is doing very well? You see Japan that is doing very, very well today.
Yes.
Most of the Japanese scientists read and studied in America. They went back to Japan. They replicated what they learned in America, and other Southeast Asian countries imitated what Japan did. And today they are all growing and doing very, very well. Now, you hear our people tell you, oh, I went to Yale, I went to Harvard, I went to Cambridge, I went to Oxford. But your mates that went to the same school as you did, look at their countries. But look at the zoo, where you claim you are learned. What you, as you said, what we have are learned illiterates.
Illiterates, yeah, honestly.
I met somebody from Liberia in London many years ago, in England, many years ago. We were in a restaurant in the evening eating, myself and my friends. And he came there and we were all introducing ourselves. And he said to us, I remember very vividly, he said, or very clearly, I should say, anytime I meet any black person and you introduce yourself as a professor, I will slap you regardless of where you are. And I asked him why. He said he doesn't care if he goes to jail. He said anybody in this place now we are eating, if you say if you're a black person and you say you're a professor, I will come and I will slap you. And I asked him why. He said that we blacks have not grown to the stage of having a professor, because those we had in the past were all useless. They did nothing.
Exactly.
You went to, you studied. Look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo did engineering. Obasanjo did engineering. But ask Obasanjo now to build one bridge linking his farm to the next village. He cannot build it. An engineer in the military, eating money and serving neo-colonial interests. Very, very sad indeed. Thank you very much for your insightful call. Thank you very, very much, our dear brother. From Germany, our lines are open. A lot of people are sending in their requests, and we are accepting them. Once I accept your request, now you can call. If I accept your request, now you can place a call, please. Our lines are up. Too many calls are coming in as always, and jamming up the lines. We only have one line today with which to work with, and then you are free to try and call us. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I can hear you very well. Please, your name and where you are.
I'm calling from Manchester.
From Manchester in England. Please go ahead.
United Kingdom, yes, sir. Sir, I just want to bless you for what you are doing for our people. We are very grateful. You are the reason now that the Igbo man can be able to speak. And at this moment, I just want to ask you this question. Since these people have been adopting our people, mostly our young men in Igbo land, what are you going to do to stop these people from adopting them? Because when the war comes, we will not have our young men with us anymore, because they must have been adopted secretly by this Nigerian military. And another thing I want to tell you is that you should never be discouraged. We know how hard it is to fight for a black man. I want to assure you that the same thing that is happening to you now happened to Moses when he was trying to take the children of Israel out of Egypt. Some people refused to go with him. Some people refused. Some said they prefer to stay back. So definitely what the governors are doing, and those who are benefiting from the corruption of Nigerian government, so they are the ones who don't want us to have our freedom. Yesterday I was lucky to I met a man where I work, an elderly man about 90 years. I asked him about the Biafran war. He told me everything about it. So I now told him that, do you know that there's our youth now, they are fighting back, they are agitating back for our freedom. He said, yes, we should never give up, that we should continue, that definitely we will have Biafra. That he told me that during the war, why we lost the war was because of the starvation, because of the hunger the Nigerian government imposed on Biafrans. And he also told me that if we have held on, that we would have won the war. Then he also told me that if we eventually become a free nation, that we will enjoy. I'm telling you the truth. I just told my husband about this. I work in the hospital. So after speaking to him, I have a bit of relief, knowing that surely Biafra will come.
Is that person a white man or a black man, this 90-year-old you spoke to? White or black?
He's a black man. He's a black man.
Is he a Biafran or a West Indian or from where? Where is he from?
He's from Abia State. He told me the story.
He's 90 years old. What is he still doing in England? 90 years.
His family is here. He's living with his family.
Okay. That is an example of what will happen to all of us if Biafra doesn't come. At the age of 90, when you should be in the village blessing the young generation, they'll bring you hot drink and you bless them, you will be abroad wearing blankets because it's very cold. That is what we are fighting. So he knows what he's talking about. We are going to make it possible for such people to come back to our land and bless our land. That's what we are fighting for. That was the reason why I asked you, how can a 90-year-old be in somebody else's land? Have you seen a 90-year-old white man anywhere in the zoo?
No.
Exactly.
Sir, and as well, our people has to reason, like my very self. Each time I remember that if we don't get this Biafra, our children will end up staying here. And if they continue to stay in abroad, definitely they are blacks. They will also treat them the way they are treating us now here. You can see what the royal family and Prince Harry's wife, what just came out of whatever they are doing. Even though we know that the press here is horrible, we know that then the secret of the asking about the color of the child and whatever they ask her. This is also what our children will go through in years to come. So please, we are really hungry for this freedom. We are really hungry so that my children can go home and live in my own. When I exist, they can live in Biafra land as Biafrans. And my children, I've started telling them everything about Biafra. I've told them the little they know you, and they are happy. They are willing to go home as soon as Biafra comes. So Mazi, I am am so grateful. Today I am blessed to have spoken to a chosen one. You are indeed a chosen one. God has blessed you. You are uniting all Biafrans everywhere. I saw a Bini, a Do or a Godo man. I spoke to him. He said yes, he believes in Biafra and he's one of us. So our people are now reasoning. They are trying to come in terms that they are all Biafrans. In fact, may God bless you. May God bless you. I am willing, whenever the time comes, I am willing to go home. I will keep my children here. I will go home and fight for Biafra. If I cannot handle the gun, I will volunteer myself to treat, or I will volunteer to be a cook for those who will handle the gun for them. It's a promise I'm making.
I know.
Thank you. May God bless you.
I welcome it. Thank you very, very much. I enjoyed your call, to be honest with you. Thank you very, very much, our dear sister. Thank you so much. We are live and we are direct. As I said before, our job is to present all these efulefus, all these criminal conspirators before Elohim in heaven. Then only him can judge them. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good morning from India.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Go ahead.
Mazi, my name is Mazi Nwachineke. I'm calling from Noida, India. First of all, I want to say thank you for all you've been doing for us, for fighting so hard. And I happen to be a principal officer. So what I want to ask this morning is that, Mazi, when you started this program, I believe that it's quite tough. And I believe that if you can share a little bit about things that were driving you then, I believe that some principal officers that are lacking consistency in what we are doing today can be able to learn from there. As a principal officer, I understand to some extent how difficult it is to keep hold. So I don't know if you can be able to enlighten us from there that nobody believed in you, that you look like you are alone, that you're doing this. I want to understand what those things that are driving you so hard to be believing in Biafra and hoping that this is going to get to this height. And at the end of the day, it's going to be something that the whole world will love to participate in. And secondly, I want to make an announcement, Mazi. Biafrans here in India, we would love to have you speak to us in India. Because I understand that a lot of people, Biafrans here, are much interested in what we are doing. Even those that are not, they claim they are not Biafrans, they claim that they don't want to belong to IPOB. Today, I have the opportunity to speak up to a lot of them, and they are really turning to listen to what we're saying. So it's going to be a great one for you to be able to rise their spirit, and not only here in India, but across Asia. They really want to hear you speak to us, and as well, I want to tell you that here we have people, the way they behave and the way people other parts of the world behave is different. Here we have what I call the doubt issue. So even till now, some of them might not really understand. They might not really understand that whatever they put is going to IPOB directly. So for us to clear all that, I would love you to speak to Biafrans here in India, and also retrade that to other parts of Asia. That's my question and my contribution this morning. Thank you so much, Mazi, for giving me this time.
Thank you very much. And I will answer your question. The very first question you asked. I wouldn't say that you asked me to explain to fellow principal officers what motivates, what drives the level of consistency is the promise of Elohim. I will take you back to what David Ben-Gurion said, the very first Prime Minister of Israel. What he said when they asked him at the floor of the United Nations what propels him to create, or should I say, to facilitate the coming of the state of Israel. He said it is the promise of God in the Holy Book. You call it the Bible, we call it the Torah. That was what David Ben-Gurion, they asked him, why are you doing what you're doing? He said it is because he is standing on the promise of the Almighty Creator of the universe, that Israel must come. And on the same, should I say, pronouncement, I anchor my very firm belief in the coming of Biafra. I told you before that I read a book or should I say a pamphlet, 1985 Ajoko lecture delivered by Professor Donatusi Bemoga. I was traveling from Umuahia to Owerri. I was in a highest bus and I was reading that very pamphlet. I'm not going to tell you how, of course you can work out how old I was in 1985. I think I then barely turned between 17 and 18 years of age. I read that very pamphlet and it had a very profound effect on me. In that very lecture that Professor Donatusi Bemoga delivered, in that man in one paragraph summarized what was happening to us as a people, because every 1 kilometer was a checkpoint. Extortion, harassment, intimidation, and from childhood I never wanted anybody to be maltreated. I hate it. I hate injustice from childhood. And what we are doing today, what I'm doing today, is a manifestation of that very orientation that I had. You know, in my house, we used to have a lot of helpers, you know, either people from my mother's side or people from my father's side that will come to help, you know, as house help, you know, help, all the rest of it. I had one. His name is Igwach, and I'm sure he's listening to this very day. His name is Emmanuel. Roughly about the same age as me, he came from my mother's side to help us in our house. We had a very huge household, so to help with the chores. We went to fetch water together. We ate from the same pot. We wear the same clothes. Sometimes we exchange clothes. During holiday time, I would go to his house for holidays. He was not serving me. I wasn't serving him because I did not believe that another person's child should come to serve another person's child. I don't believe in that. Even at that very small early age, I believed in the equality of all men and women before God Almighty in heaven. I hated injustice. I read a lot of books. At the age of 12, I read George Orwell's Animal Farm, where some animals were bigger or greater than the others. I hated it. And at the age of 12 years old, I despised communism and socialism. At the age of 12, can you believe that? At the age of 12, I hated communism. Of course, I was at Government College Umuahia, where we were encouraged to read. And we read George Orwell's Animal Farm in class 2. Now, I want to tell you that you must have it in you to love your people. It is not something you are taught to do. You must have it inside you to love and to serve your people. If you are living in India and India is doing very well, people are living in Malaysia, living across the whole of Southeast Asia, and that those countries are doing very well. If you want to live there without replicating those things back home that is making you to enjoy life in those places, that means you are an evil person you shouldn't serve. Allow me to repeat. If you travel to America, you travel to Europe, you see skyscrapers, you see wonderful roads, you see beautiful bridges and beautiful houses, you fail to bring it back, or you fail to think, how can I take these things back to Izombe? That means you are not cut out to serve your people. Because as a servant of your people, anywhere you see something good, you want to bring it back to your own people. Therefore, those who are called into service are those who are naturally made and built for this very calling. But it is very, very, I understand what you're saying, it's very difficult, sometimes it's very hard. Our people can be very, very frustrating. Do not look at people, look at the end goal. Always focus on the objective: freedom, freedom, freedom for everybody. When Biafra does come, of course it's going to come, when it does come eventually, let me tell you how I console myself sometimes. Look at the way we revere, we love, and we venerate Ujubu, and he did not get us Biafra. Look at the way we love and venerate Timothy Onwatu and all those that fought. Imagine the love we have for Colonial and all the rest of them. The love we have for Nwobosi and all the rest of them. Remember the love we have for the lives of Madiebo and all the rest of them. Did they get Biafra for us? The answer is no. Now imagine what will happen to your name when Biafra comes. Forever, you see the way that the Bible till today, have you forgotten about Moses, Joshua, Caleb? Have you forgotten them? You have not. These are people that fought and released Israel, the children of God, to inhabit the land that God gave to them. Till today, remember them. Let me tell you the truth, honestly, before heaven and this earth, anybody who is part of this very movement, from the highest to the lowest, there will be a time when your grandchildren will go to school, or your great-great-grandchildren will go to, they will ask them, was your mom or dad part of IPOB? That will be all you will require in life to succeed. In other words, if you are serving IPOB, if you are in IPOB, you are preparing yourselves for immortality. This flesh may die, but your name will live forever and ever. Because we appreciate. Let me tell you, there is something our people don't know. Despite our stubbornness, our high-headedness, our sometimes very difficult way of understanding each other or doing things, our people are very, very appreciative of those that serve them in truth and in every honesty. That is who we are. Our people never forget those that serve them honestly and diligently. The same way we remember Mbakwe till today. Who is going to forget Dr. Michael Okpara? It's impossible. That is who we are. We never forget those that serve us in truth. We know that Okpara served us in truth and in every honesty. He built our land. We know that Mbakwe came, exactly what I told you before. What is it that Okpara and Mbakwe have in common? They went abroad, they saw good things abroad, and they brought it back home. Why do you think that Malaysia is developed? If you're a minister in Malaysia, you travel abroad, you didn't bring back any idea, they will sack you. That means your trip abroad is a waste. What did you learn? Bring it back here. Let us replicate it. What you're doing and other principal officers all over the world is building up what I call an identity of immortality. Forever and ever, your lineage, your children will be remembered and celebrated. Can you imagine if today somebody were to come to you to say, I am from the lineage of Joshua, or from the lineage of Moses? I'm sure even if you're sitting there, you will stand up to greet them. Something that money can never buy. When you remember all these things, then you redouble your effort, because you're not working for any man. You are working to fulfill the promise of the creator of the universe. The promise that God made, you are bringing it to life. What you're doing is beyond human understanding. What IPOB is doing, man cannot understand it. Because we are bringing down or calling down the kingdom of heaven upon this very earth. As Yeshua prayed, let thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Thank you very much. Let's take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yes, my supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Chukwuka Biama be with you, because we're doing a normal job to save the life of Biafra, not only the life of Biafrans, to save the black race from the shackles of Tamarcode Republic of the Sioux and in Africa as a whole. My name is still remain Mazi Nwachineke. I'm calling from the city of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mazi, what I want to ask you right now, you have reiterated that, you have touched it from the last caller before me, but what I want to ask, because we have known there is a lot of benefit we are going to get, but Mazi, there's something confusing me. Some of the Biafrans or some of the IPOB, those that claimed that they have joined IPOB, they don't attend the meeting. They are IPOB under oath. They came to meeting and took oath with IPOB. Some people come to the meeting from 2 years, 3 years, 6 months. They don't contribute to dime. They don't pay monthly dues. They don't pay any kind of levy you bring out or you brought out in IPOB.
When you go talk to them private, they have now reminding, don't know what you are telling me. I am IPOB under oath. They have taken oath on IPOB. Therefore, I am IPOB. You're not going to deprive me of my IPOB membership. These are the people, or he will remind you that you have been on IPOB for 8 years ago, 2017, 2015. But for since more than 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, he has never even paid common dime to his monthly dues. We don't talk about other compulsory levy. So my question is, what is the position of these people? Because if you try to talk to them even private, they will now remind you that, mind you, I am IPOB. I'm under oath. I took the oath you took with me. And some people will be trying all their best, spend their time, attend meeting, paying the dues, pay all that, even do evangelism, do a lot of things to make sure that we awaken the consciousness of our people living in, especially I'm saying this in Malaysia precisely. They claim they are with you, with IPOB, but they are not doing anything in IPOB. Call it dues, call it attend meeting. They don't do, but they say they are IPOB, they're under oath. So where are we going to place them, or what is it going to happen with this sort of people? Because it's full in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, precisely. Thank you, Mazi, and Chuko Krabiama continue to be with you for what you are doing for Biafran. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for thank you. There are fair weather friends. There are those that will fall by the wayside. I remind you of the parable of the sower. As you scatter the
and their partners, Fulani. You know, in every partnership, there are those whose hands will be up and there are those whose hands will be down. Fulani's hands are down. Britain's hands are up. That is how their partnership is. Fulani manage the property of Britain. Nigeria is their property. They created it. They designed it. Everything that happens in the zoo called Nigeria, most of it gets approval from Britain. Then the remaining few are done with the understanding that they have no problem with it. That is how Fulani runs the zoo. And of course, Britain will definitely keep what they want to keep. The primary purpose for Nigeria is economic reasons. The primary purpose for Nigeria is money, because Nigeria is an investment. Britain bought Nigeria with money. So you cannot buy a company thinking about